Alright, we're gonna get started. It's all cool. Okay, so day one. We left. Let me actually, I'm gonna get to my Facebook page also, because that might help me remember things. We left here early morning and went to the airport. And then it was really long, and we eventually got there. My trip, yes. Let's see. As you can see, itinerary. We got there. 5-hour layover, 2-hour flight, 13-hour flight. Took forever. Alright, but we finally got there, did some things. You gotta get these cards. You can put, well, you don't gotta, but you put the cash on your card, and then you can easily swipe through all the subways and stuff. That's handy. Got a pocket Wi-Fi device, which you just carry with you, and it gives you Wi-Fi. That was pretty affordable as well. It also came with a backup battery for your phone, which I don't think we ever needed it, actually. And then we went from the airport to our hotel, which was another probably hour commute, except a little bit longer because we got lost. Because one of the subways was like, we don't stop here, even though I could have sworn it should have stopped there. And then the entrance to the hotel was on the 5th floor, and it was all confusing. It was very confusing. But basically, our hotel was like diagonally left from this. Actually, this picture's probably from our hotel, actually. This is, this is from, like, the 5th floor of the hotel, I think. There it is. Yeah, so we finally got there. This is Scramble Crossing in Shibuya. And, oh my goodness, there it is. Cool, so we got there. And now we'll cycle through pictures. What happened next? I think we maybe wandered a little bit. Did we wander that evening, Jackie? I don't know. No, we slept. We were tired. We slept. Slooped. Yes, exactly. Chui. And then the next day, we were like, we went shopping and walking around all of the Shibuya. Not all of it, a lot of it. Went to a bunch of different stores. I think we had a, there were 2 scheduled things that day, which was, we had a head spa at 4 p.m. and we had there was like this artist that I happened to follow on Twitter who happened to be doing some sort of like showing their art at some place that was really close to here. So I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. I'll stop by there, except the artist wasn't actually there. But anyway, what is a head spa? That is a good question. Perhaps, I guess we'll get to that when we get to that for today. But we walked around a bunch, all over. There's lots of stores. Oh, there's our hotel. This is the faucet of our hotel. Isn't that nifty? It swings around and it's got stuff. I don't know. It's kind of nice, I guess. You got toilet stuff. It's not that exciting, really. Toilets like all have a bidet and a heated seat. I don't know how normal or not this is, but our hotel room also had light switches from the bed, so you could like turn on and off the lights from your bed. That was kind of nice. All right, this is a nice panoramic that doesn't show up here. I was thinking maybe I should just show the Facebook album, but everything's a little bit out of order on that. A little bit out of order. You just imagine the panoramas.
Oh, there's Jackie.
There's a Jackie in that panorama.
Oh.
We went to the Hachiko statue. Oh my goodness. I did the picture, the Chewie picture with the pin. Wow. We went to a random restaurant. I don't know if this is really on this day or not. I guess we must have. We went to a restaurant.
Day, yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. So anyway, we wandered around. This is out of order. It's fine. I think I didn't order everything properly because there's 2 cameras and they're not necessarily... It's fine. We'll jump around. But the days are separated by folders, so that's something. Head spa. So here's what it is, okay? We did this particular head spa thing. Check Wait, hold on. What did they do? Warm cream.
No, first they check the condition of your scalp. They say
Check.
your scalp condition is poor.
Did they say that?
Something like that.
Your scalp condition is poor. Step 2. Step 5 looked like alcohol. It's tea. Unfortunately. You sit in a chair, alright? You sit in a chair, and you lean your back. Nice comfy chair. And there's like a thing, you know, behind you too, I guess. And I guess I think they put a towel over your face too on this one. I think so. And they put nice stuff on your hair and it feels good, and they scrub your head a whole bunch and it's like pretty nice. And they also, I guess, massage your neck, your neck. And then there's shampoo and treatment apparently. And then also, I think they did serve tea before, yeah. Practically all these sort of things, not even practically, like all of these sort of things, they give you a washcloth or something and tea, like green tea. And they're always like, do you want your green tea hot or cold? And we always are like, we'll have it hot, thank you. And then you have like a half a minute to eat your tea, and then you're gonna start. So anyway, yeah, tea, and then scrubbing your head with good stuff, and giving massage, and then washing your hair. And then they also had like a sort of waterfall thing that you just like lean your head back. Oh, they put like a rubber thing around your neck so it doesn't like go on you. And so they lean you back, and they like have this waterfall just sort of go over your head, and you lay there and just like zone out. And I guess then they dry it or something. I don't know, it's been a while. Basically that's what happened. It was nice. Jackie wanted to do this for whatever reason. Somehow we heard about it, and yeah, it's like getting a haircut without the haircut.
Yeah. Pampering.
She likes pampering. All right. So that was 4 o'clock. Was it raining on our first day?
Yes.
It was raining on our first day.
Drizzling/.
Drizzling. Sometimes raining harder. We got an umbrella. We got an umbrella at a store called Don Quixote. It's a chain store all over the place. And it's like an everything store, but it's all crammed in really pretty small space, and like it's everything. There's like 5 floors, and it has everything from like soap to costumes, snacks, some clothes, like everything. It just does everything. So anyway, yes, we got an umbrella, and I got a like hat thing for shade. We got saw this guy who had this shirt on. Lots of umbrellas. This was, we were scouting out the head spa beforehand, so we knew how to get there on time. This is at the person's art thing. They had a art series of like small people or something like that. And we went there, and the artist themselves wasn't there, but they had a guest book and like a small amount of things to buy, so we stopped in there. Kind of nifty little spot. Also, like 2 stores down from there was this Alice in Wonderland themed store, which had this like small door. It's kind of hard to tell the scale of this, but you had to like bend over to get into this. And you couldn't take any pictures inside, but they had some neat stuff, and it was also like 3 floors of various collectibles and things that were related to Alice in Wonderland. There might be... Yeah, Jackie did take a picture of me in there. I might be able to find it. Or I might not. Because things are out of order. A little bit. It was interesting, though. Yeah, I was on Wednesday. I mean, there's a Wednesday every week. Wonderland, though, is wondrous. I don't know where that picture is. It's around. Anyway, there was like a... What was it? Giant mushroom and Cheshire cat or something in there. They had neat... Caterpillar. Oh, yeah, it was the caterpillar with the hookah. Anyway, it was kind of neat. It was a neat store. And we went to, this is a garden by shrine, like a really big shrine. And you could go into this side garden area, which is mostly grass. This is back to the actual main shrine of like, when you go into a shrine, there's certain things that are in like all of them. And there's a wash your hands spot. Here's how you do it. Oh, okay, thanks. Oh yeah, there's that. Yep. Good Wednesday. Wash your hands, rinse your mouth, wash your hands. I don't know how many people actually do this. Most people don't do this. But if you want to be technically holy or whatever, this is how to do it. They have these things that you can... Yeah, the mouth rinse is kind of... I forget about that myself. Things. You can get these things. You can get these things for 500 yen a piece. And basically write your wish on it and hang it. And every day, the morning ceremony, the priest will do it or whatever. Send your wish. There's all kinds of wishes in all kinds of different languages because it's a big tourist spot. Yep. We didn't buy any. But you could. There is part of the shrine. It's pretty big. There's the main inner Holy of Holies of the shrine, where you would go. You can't actually go like in there beyond this point, but you can go up to this point and like drop coins in the... You can also make a wish that way, I guess, according to a host ad. You can drop a coin in there and you do like a clap thing. What is it? You clap twice and then bow. Clap 3 times? I forget how many times. You bow and you clap some more. And then I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember. This is
Do the hokey pokey.
Yeah, involves some clapping.
There's some clapping and bowing and make a wish. This is a, once again, panorama that we can't see. You can buy these charms, I guess you would say. And there's different charms for all kinds of different things. Good luck for like soundness of mind and body, recovery from illness. Wow, these are expensive. Soundness of mind and body in a child for good fortune, getting a good job, finding a good partner, protection from evil, opening and good luck, safe driving. All the taxis have these. Safe childbirth for your wish to be realized. So you can get all these little charm things. Yeah. There we are. We went there. They also have these gates in front of the shrines always. That's how you know. That's how you know it's a shrine, usually.
Also, you're supposed to walk on the exit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Not walk in the middle.
That's true. I don't know if you can hear Julie or Jackie there, but well, because of the way I have this microphone set up. Yes, we learned from Hostad that the path up to the shrine, you're supposed to walk on the sides because the spirits walk down the middle. Yeah, something I didn't know. This is on the way up. These are like old-time sake barrels. I don't really know why they're here, but they sure are. There are lots of them. It's art. It might be art. It might be some reason. This sign over here probably tells us why. But that's a lot of words, so screw that. We don't really care that much. We didn't care that much when we were there either. Oh, that we got this person sweeping with this long, like, witch's broom kind of thing. But, like, I saw other people sweeping too, like, on the streets or, like, in front of their shops and stuff like that. And they have these, like, wispy brooms. But this was the path to the shrine, which is, like, very wide because it was quite a big, popular tourist shrine. I think this was at a park, which was very close to the shrine. Also, pretty big park. Which park was this one? Yoyogi? Yoyogi. I don't know. It's one of those parks. And this is showing off how recycling is required in Japan. And you have more or less things, but this is probably the most recycling options we saw in one place. But usually you got like burnable stuff, non-burnable stuff, like your plastic. Ideally you get plastic bottles, aluminum cans. Wow, yeah, this has like all the options. I don't think we ever encountered this many trash can varieties in one place. But yeah, a lot of the like fast food and restaurants and stuff will have like they'll have icons of like which parts of your trash go in which container or which trash cans, so you don't have to wonder. Oh, this was in. I don't think it could distinguish aluminum versus steel.
Is anything steel?
Is it steel cans? I don't know.
Oh, I hadn't even noticed that, and it's in English.
Wow.
Oh, and also there aren't very many public trash cans.
Oh, yeah.
So you carry your stuff in a bag in your backpack, as I'm demonstrating in this photo.
Yes, yes. We were prepared for that. We had a bag for carrying our trash into the next trash can. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's because, so I've heard it was a while ago, they had like a terrorist attack in the subway trash can or something, and then ever since they're like, we can't have trash cans, it's too dangerous.
I didn't know that one.
Yeah, that may be only partially correct, but I have heard that, so.
I assumed it was just because it's so expensive to have like all these different options that they'd have so many pickup spots.
I don't know. But there's very little litter, and some of the litter, I mean, it's hard to say where the litter that there is comes from, but definitely if it's like near a trash spot, they have these giant crows that'll get into the trash and like take the trash out, so there's that. There's also tourists, and there's also lots of people, so yeah, but all things considered, not very much litter. This was in the Capcom store. There was a building that had a Nintendo store on the top floor. There was a Pokemon Center store, and there was a Capcom store, and there was a Minecraft store. I didn't even bother going in the Minecraft or Pokemon stores, but Capcom store, they had some like Resident Evil stuff, which I mostly took a picture of for my friend. Yeah, that was kind of cool. Also, Nintendo store was pretty cool actually. They had a lot of neat items, mostly for like the things that are popular right now, or the things that they're making popular right now. Like Mario, Zelda, Splatoon, Pikmin, some Animal Crossing. I don't have anything from the Minecraft and Pokemon stores. The Splatoon, yeah, like some of these are neat. Like you can get the gloves. It's kind of neat. I don't have any pictures. There's probably pictures online. Look at this stuff. You can get one of these and stack it however you like. One of the signs.
Oh, is that from Zelda?
Yeah, the Zelda pop-up signs.
Uh-huh.
And there was a keychain chests, and there were these Korok bags that like stuck. You fold it up and squish it into the Korok's bag, and then it unfolds out into a tote bag. Okay, that's all I took for then. Yeah, there were some neat statues that were just around. There that is. There's our view from the 5th floor. Not our view from our room, but our view from the elevator hallway. This is just walking around near the head spa. Saw the backpack on the internet. Yeah, that's what Spiral Belly, one of our regular viewers, was like, oh man, you should have got that. Tell me you got that. And then I didn't get that. But then I went back and then I still didn't get that. But I got other things. Like I got a keychain which has a boss key from Zelda on it. Oh, there's Jackie. Look at that. Look at her Jackieing there. Oh, this is back before we already took these pictures. Or we already went through these, but this is back at the shrine again. At the, they had a garden. And I got these very nice pictures in the rain of lily pads and lotus flowers or whatever. Yeah. These are all separate because I took them with my good camera. This is in Yoyogi Park. They had flowers there. Also, they had trails and, well, not really trails. Yeah, I mean, pathways. Paved paths. We took flowers, pictures. Flowers for hours. Yep. Alright. Day 1 complete. That's good night. Hopefully I don't have anything that I need to hide on my screen. Alright. This is totally out of order, but one of the places we didn't go on the first day in the Shibuya area was Takashita Street. Takashita Street. Takashita Street. USA. Yeah, we went to USA in Japan.
In the back.
So Takashita Street is like famous for, I guess, yummy food things and weird fashion things, and also being crowded. So that's where we went, and you just go down the street, and yes, they had weird fashion things, like these huge, tall shoes. And this store, which had this stuff. And, like, what is even this? Like, who actually was going to buy any of that? How did they pay the rent? How did they pay the rent? Nobody buys this, surely. So that was one of the weirder stores. And then there were plenty of, like, less weird stores. And then there were, like, 3 at least different crepe shops where they had, like, a million varieties of crepes, and you, like, looked at them all on the wall, the outside of the building, and chose which number of crepe you wanted. How do you even get up there? Well, a lot of the stores in Japan actually are multiple floors, and a lot of times there'll be even different shops on different floors. And so there are usually stairs, like, just inside, or, like, maybe just out of view here, there's stairs that you can go up and go onto the second floor. So that's basically how it is. I don't know exactly where these stairs were, but there's stairs usually, like, between each store or inside the store. But yeah, it's really common for the stores to be, like, several floors tall, and or different stores entirely at different floors. So when you look stuff up on Google Maps, it'll be like, it's on the 3rd floor of this building. So here's the Takashita Street entrance. Everybody's taking pictures there. Just look at this person. This is not our friend. She's just taking another picture. Yep, we got a macadonaldo. We've got coffee and stuff. There it is. This is just a place? Where was this? This might have been at the park, and we just randomly passed it. A random food stall, but they had octopus, so I took a picture. Black pig rib. Look at that. Look at that. That is some thick bacon right there. Look at that. Look at those tentacles. That is entire octopus. Oh.
Their arms?
Shell called Subu. I like that too. That's funny. Yeah, these are tentacles, right?
Suction cuppy to me.
They look suction cuppy. Yeah, we didn't get any of that, but I did have octopus and something else. And Jackie had takoyaki, which is like little chunks of octopus in a fried ball batter thing that, like, it burns your mouth. It's like molten hot on the inside. It is good though. It's good. Yeah, takoyaki's not bad.
Like it.
If you don't mind, I mean, if you don't mind, I don't think octopus has that, like, terrible of a taste. It's fine. It's a good taste if you like that sort of thing.
Really, the only thing is knowing to vent it. So that
Yeah,
you don't have a burnt
yeah.
tongue.
It's the worst thing about takoyaki is that it's just too hot. Is it rubbery?
A little bit?
A little bit, but not like, it's not like chewing on fat or anything. Like, it does chew up. Like, you can eat it. So yeah. This is just something that I thought looked neat. Looks like something from a game. Look at all these. This doesn't even look Japanese. This must be like either ancient Japanese or it's not Japanese. This is some food. I don't know what this like ball of poop is in the middle, but it was pretty good though. The dung ball. This is at the Natural History Museum, which was pretty neat. They had a big giant whale outside that was a fake whale, obviously. Oh, Jackie's in this picture. Did you notice? There she is.
My face. I'm all squished.
This is. Let's see if there's a view. There's a view. This is a 3D mapping of a space on the ground, I guess, during an earthquake and how it shifted around. And it is like magnified, so it's not necessarily that size. That I'm reading your comments. Well, that's cool. There's only a couple of you, so it's easy enough to read the comments. This, I think, I don't know what that is. There were a whole bunch of clocks through history, but this might have been a compass. This is a clock. It's a cool looking clock. Look at these vertical clocks. Is that what that is? Do you know what that is? That sounds so legitimate. An astrolabe. Astrolabe? I don't know how to say these things. But anyway, vertical clocks. Like, do you ever think about that? Like, if people separately invented the clock, like, I just assumed circles. But, like, if somebody else invented a clock, why not long, tall things? What if time went up and down? What if? What if? They had to make a new one every time they ran out of time. They're like, oh, it just keeps going off the top. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, yes, we got a bunch of pictures of microscopes through history, too, because of Jackie's job. So these are a bunch of different microscopes. Lots. Yes, she uses these, all of these. Oh.
This is closer to what I actually
This is closer.
Still a lot.
This is from 1948. Yeah.
Yeah. Like mine's a lot bigger and fancier looking.
This is a big wood. This is skulls from around Japan, from different regions. They found different skulls. And we were looking at them, and Jackie's like, they look kind of mostly the same.
No, I said they look different.
That you said they look different?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay. She said they look different. This place, you could be one of the exhibits. So there she was. Oh, whale. Outside, there's people walking. Why did I take this picture? Oh, because there's a line that goes on forever of students. There were kids. There were kids in her school students.
Of course, school.
Of course, school. All right, this is outside. This is one of the weirder ones. Actually, let me see where we're at on my Facebook post too. On Facebook, I was basically making this into a blog. Let's see. You can actually do this feed view of the Facebook posts. I like that the walls are huge and bare, but yeah, well, this is kind of out of the way. This is a more out of the way place. And unusual. Wow, I gotta scroll. We gotta really scroll here. We posted so many things. Wow. So far back. Big photo dump. I probably should have done this on Facebook, because I remember leaving notes on stuff. Oh well, it's cool. So anyway, this was darn, not working the way I was hoping. Please wait. I mean, I can explain it without finding what I'm looking for, but I'm still looking for what I'm looking for. So this was us sitting outside of that building because we were there a little bit early. And this is us pointing at our ears because this is what it is. This is what it is. Thank you. The shirts. I think, who gave us those shirts, Jackie? Your grandma?
I think my nana?
Your nana? Is that the same as a grandma?
Yes, but on my dad's side.
Oh, okay. So this is ear cleaning Mimikaki. Not only that, it is lap pillow Mimikaki. And so I wanted to do this because, like, a long while ago, I couldn't sleep. I had my new meds, and I had insomnia, like, so bad. I was so desperate, I started listening to ASMR. And and my favorite ASMR, an ad for torture, pretty much. So my favorite ASMR sound ended up being the like fake ear cleaning sounds, but not like a Q-tip, but like this wood scoop thing. All right. And so there were tons of these videos of ASMR Mimikaki. And so it was like to the point where I'm like, oh, now we're going to Japan. I can actually try this for reals. So we tried it for reals, and it's a unique thing. Let's see. I wrote down like everything that happened because I was like, I gotta remember it. I guess I gotta share with the internet. So anyway, here's a nicer picture from outside. Oops.
I remember what happened. First they give you tea.
Oh yes, first they give.
First you take...
Well, I have a whole huge story.
Go ahead.
First they give you tea. First you
take your shoes off.
First you go into a waiting room. ASMR ice pick entering your brain. That's the sort of video I would make. I was gonna do hanakaki, which would be nose picking. Boys excited about the subway? Well, there it is. There's a lot of subways in Japan. Is it still a subway when it's above ground, or is it just a train? I don't know. It might go both ways. It might go.
Way.
It's called a densha when it's above ground, and it's called a jitensha when it's a bike, and it's called a chikatetsu when it's underneath. So Mimikaki, we get in there, and it's kind of like a, not the nicest of waiting rooms. It's a room with chairs in it. Has a little bit of a musty smell, I would say. And all the pictures online, they like post whenever they like the next sessions, who's going to be working what times and whatever. And they always have like these cute anime pictures of like ear cleaning or whatever. And so you get like this impression of cute anime. You go in there, and there's this oldish man, like some karate sensei, kung fu master, or something, but also probably not. He's in charge of the business that has all of these women cleaning ears. So anyway, he's there and he welcomes you, and hopefully you have an appointment, because otherwise other people came in, they didn't have an appointment, and they were gonna have to wait like 2 hours. So anyway, you sit in there, they have some manga for you to read while you wait, and then it's time. You go down the hallway into this room that's separated by like curtains and stuff, I think, yeah. And then there's like tatami area floors where when there's tatami, that means you gotta take your shoes off because you don't want to damage the tatami, I guess, and that's just how it is. And Jackie panicked and didn't do it.
She was talking to me in Japanese that I didn't understand.
She was all she said
I knew the rule.
In Japanese. She was all like blah 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 blah, and Jackie's like doot doot doot. And then I heard some like yelp and laughter, and I'm sorry, sumimasen, I'm sorry. And so anyway, and then they're like, all right, we're gonna do some preparation. Let me just get some prepared here. And do you want your tea? And how do you like it? And here's a washcloth. Okay, cool. And then they're like, all right, here's how it's going to go down, all right? What are we going to do? Hold on, I wrote it down. If there's any pain or discomfort, you can say so. All right. She has you lay down on your side with your. She puts like a cloth on her lap, and you put your head on in the middle of her lap, and then there's a cloth over your face, like covering your eyes. And then there's an ear massage, and then she trims your ear hairs with like an electric trimmer, but like it's pretty quiet, and it's also like really good. Like
it looked amazing.
She says my ears were amazing, and I could tell. It was like.
You felt so attractive.
There was no hair remaining. It was so shaved, such ear hair shave. Oh my goodness. And then okay, after that, clean out the ear with the warm cloth. That feels pretty good. Warm, damp cloth. And then that's when the Scoopy pick wooden ear pick thing part comes, which is what I was expecting from all the ASMR videos. And, you know, scoops around in there, scoochie, scoochie, scoochie. You do some of that, and then some cleaning with an entire cotton ball. And then once again, clean that out with a warm cloth. And then, oh yeah, there's a wet Q-tip also. Yeah, they clean it with a wet Q-tip first, actually, before the whole cotton ball. And then, like, they do it for, like, forever, basically. Because we did this hour session. Did it sound different? The real life one versus the ASMR one? Yes, I think it did. I mean, I actually went and like checked this again recently, like to see what it sounds like in the videos if I was remembering right. And I guess some of the videos sound different from each other, but I would say that generally a lot of them do sound more like they're scratching some rougher surface perhaps. And in real life, it sounds like you're scratching skin, which is pretty smooth surface, and that's the main difference. So, it was still a pleasant sound, I would say, if you're into that sort of thing. Yeah, so they do the Scoopy thing with the wooden Scoopy, and they do Q-tip, and then they do an entire cotton ball, and they clean it out again with the warm wet cloth, and then you flip over and repeat for the other ear, and then you lay on your back and get a head massage. This is all, you don't have to do all this. This is like the 60-minute or something session that we did. And then you put your head on a pillow and you get hand and finger and forearm massages with lotion. And finally, a short neck and mostly percussive back massage of like the boom, boom, boom kind, you know? Oh, and also I had this, but Jackie didn't, where they like had this metal thing and they like stuck two metal long things together and it made like this weird ding, 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 ding vibration sound. And I was like, what was that about? And she's like, it's like relaxing or something. And then she said some other thing in Japanese I didn't understand. So anyway, that was the Mimikaki experience. We rode the subway so many times, always, multiple times every day.
Yes.
Very much rode the subway. I might have pictures of that. Here's a dragon, though. If you like dragons, there's a dragon. Let me see if I can find subway pictures out of order here. What is the ear thing process called? The whole thing? The whole thing is called Mimikaki, which is like mostly the ear picking.
And Mimi means ear.
Yeah. Yeah, Mimi is ear. And I don't know really what the kaki exactly means, but let me see. We didn't take that many pictures of the subways, but I guess maybe we should have. I don't know. We did a lot of subwaying.
Crowded, people squished.
We weighed a lot of subs.
We learned about squish.
Yeah, well, yeah, sometimes squishing. Oh yeah, so like the first time, I'm trying to scroll through my pictures and find the subway here. Here's on the subway. So they were very convenient, all right? You got your different colored lines, like subway lines, right? So this one, does this say what line it is? I don't know, but if you zoom in, which is not letting me. Oh, I do this. You can see that there's different, like on these particular stops, you can swap for these different lines. And if you're using Google Maps. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. So if you're using Google Maps is going to tell you like all kinds of useful stuff. I think I have a picture of that too. So Google Maps is like, here, you can use public transport, get on the Ginza line, and it's going to cost you this much, 252 yen. It's going to take this long. It's going to arrive at these particular times at this station. And if you were to expand this, did I expand it? Oh, I did. So it tells you, so there's multiple ways of getting into the subway station, all right? So like every subway station has a whole bunch of different exits and entrances usually. So not only are we going to this subway station, but the most optimal way is if we go in this particular entrance / exit, and then it tells us like which platform to go to, which so the line is going to be either going one direction or the other direction, so you want to get it going towards Asakusa. And it even tells you the most optimal car, the most optimal train car on the subway here. So like, depending on where it's going to stop at your destination, is it going to be the closest to your exit, basically? So like, are the stairs going to be right outside the door when you get there? And so you can like set yourself up. And like, how many stops will it be? Which of the stops are there on the way? It's so handy. It's so convenient. Oh my goodness. And when you're on here, it switches between Japanese and English and Korean. So you can read it and it's fine. And they announce it in Japanese and English as well.
And you can also practice your Japanese reading skills.
And Japanese reading skills. Sometimes Jackie would try to read it before it switched and see if she could sound things out. Yeah. So that's what we got about subway cars. Unfortunately, don't have much for pictures of that, but there was a lot of subwaying for sure, lots, very much. This is just a figurine thing. Oh yeah, because Tuesday. This is on Tuesday now. The Mimikaki place was sort of off the beaten path in Akihabara, and Akihabara is known for nerd stuff. All the anime and manga and video games and like collectibles. They got like trading cards, they got collectible statue things. Yeah, sure, no problem. The collectible statue things is sort of why I took this picture. I should have taken more. They have like so many, like there's stores that just figurines of like every anime character
except for Banana.
Well, yeah, not every anime. There's a lot of representation from certain series, that's for sure. The popular ones. There's a lot of like Gundam figurines, and I'm like, there's so many of them. A lot of them are really expensive, or you can go to a like secondhand store and get them for really super cheap. But I'm like, who is the audience of this? Because like, first of all, what do you do with them? Like, you can really only fit a handful. Like, I don't really understand. Like, I'm interested now in the like figurine collecting culture because there are tons and tons of figurines, and like, there's not that much space in Japanese houses. I don't know. A lot of the figurines are pretty lewd. They're like half of them. I don't know. Maybe a third. Only the female ones are lewd. But it's just like, who is buying them? How many are they buying? Where are they putting them? Do they like cycle them out? What's the deal? I don't know. Anyway, I was more interested in the gaming, and that dragon is naked. It's a female dragon. But this is one of the coolest ones that I saw. This is like hardcore awesome one. I was more interested in video games. So this is at a famous store called Super Potato, which is also like 3 floors. And how many planes did it take to get there? 3? 2 to get there. And then we took another one later to go to a different part in Japan. And so then it was 3 back. Yep. So Super Potato is like a museum of old video games and like really obscure things like this, like a 3DO in a box is like, holy moly, I can't believe they have this. It's really expensive, but I can't believe they have it. 3DO games? Like, I've never even seen a 3DO game in my life, probably. They've got Game & Watch. Like, they got actual Game & Watches. Also, expensive. Very expensive, but they have them. They got these giant old statues. They have like old CRT TVs like down the aisle just playing games and like all the music. All this stuff. Everything. All the old stuff. It's really cool. I know that Fox McCloud is like super retro looking. I love it. But it was so cool seeing this place. And once again, panorama that's not super panorama-y, but you know, Famicom. You can see how they have the TVs just like playing stuff. So like as you walk down, you hear all this like old sounds and music like coming out from the old TVs, just like they used to. It's pretty cool. It's very cool. Here's another thing when we're talking about all the collectibles. So there's collectible trading cards, right? Trading cards. All right, no problem. Thanks for hanging out. Collectible trading cards, collectible figurines, collectible games. All right, trading cards make some sense because they're flat. You can actually collect those. But like, okay, there's also the gacha machines. There are bazillions of these gacha machines for everything. The collectibles laundromat, right? Exactly. You can wash them. Just kidding. No, you put in coins and out spits a random one of whatever series it's advertising on the front. So you pay, this one's $300 because you get the Pokemon brand name markup. And look at this. This is probably garbage. Like, oh, they're like, what? You get little Ziploc bags with Pokemon on them. You try to catch all the varieties. And there's like so many random things. Like, what is this? Is this trash bags? This is trash. This is literally trash. This is literally tools. What is this? Random electronic devices? Like, who wants to collect these things? Somebody does. People need to collect them all. Oh my goodness, there's so many of them. There are so many. And they switch them out all the time, too. There's so many. And there's these. This is a crane game. This is a crane game for keychain french fries and nuggets that aren't... What? What is this? What is this? They're not keychain, they're those chains. Whatever. Object plus smiley face equals profit. Oh my goodness. What's over here? Is this fake noodles? Yes. You gotta have these things. This is Akihabara. It says so on the sign. Also in Akihabara, they had like themed cafes for some of these places. Look at this. This is Dragon Quest themed cafe, Final Fantasy themed cafe. I think this is Monster Quest or Monster Hunter. I mean. Oh no, this is Monster Hunter. What's this one? Grand Blue Fantasy, whatever that is. I'm not sure. We didn't go to those because I'm not really that familiar with any of those, but they have like themed foods and decorations and stuff like that. And of course, there are also the maid cafes where people dress up as maids and treat you very nicely, and you pay extra for that. There's also other weird cafes too, like there was a vampire cafe that we didn't go to, but it existed. This looks like we're back on Takashita Street. Yes, Takashita Street, here we are, we're back. That's the Mimikaki recap, so I didn't forget, and that's the end of day 2. Wow, this is gonna take forever. I gotta speed it up. This is a food place. Good. This is a food place with a big pot. We didn't eat here, we just walked by it. What happened on Wednesday anyway? Let's check our itinerary of what was supposed to happen on Wednesday. We were supposed to go to the Outer Fish Market, but it was closed. It was closed on Wednesdays, and so we didn't. But we did go around. We did go around, that's for sure. There were squids. I feel like these are Outer Fish Market pictures anyway, even though it wasn't that day. Maybe I'm off by a day. I don't know.
Maybe I might have put the pictures in the wrong folder. Anyway, more things on sticks. Squid. Like, do you just eat it that way? You just eat it?
Was that Team Labs?
Yeah, Team Labs we did. So somewhere in here we get to Team Labs. This guy had a tall hat. I don't know what was going on there. Oh my goodness. Everything's out of order. Don't worry about it. Jackie really wanted to go to this otter and porcupine cafe that I found. There's all these different cafes, right? Cat cafes you've heard of. Well, there's also owl cafes and otter cafes and other things. And so we wanted to go to this one, but I didn't make a reservation and it was not going to happen. So we finally checked it out and it was not going to happen. So on our way back, we're walking down Takashita Street again for the second time. And Jackie's like, oh, there's a woman over there with an otter on her. And sure enough, this lady had an otter on her. And she's like, yo, hi there. Hi, Crusher Pants. So there she was. And she's like, yeah, we got an otter cafe right up here. And Jackie's like, that's perfect. We were just looking for one of those and it was closed or full. And so here we go up to the surprise otter cafe, which really isn't a cafe. It's just a room of otters. There's no food or drinks. You just pay. And they're like, oh, if it's busy, you can do 20 minutes. And if it's not busy, you have to do like 40 minutes or something. Or like, is it busy? And he's like, it's a little busy. And I'm like, can I do 20 minutes? He's like, it'd be better if you did 40 minutes. And I'd be like, what if we did 20 minutes? And he's like, all right, we'll do 20 minutes. So anyway, otters. Oh, man. Jackie's favorite thing of the week, the first week, was the otters. They're so soft. And when you get in here, they have instructions on the walls that were very cute with drawings that we should have taken a picture of, but we didn't, I guess. Of like how to deal with otters. But basically, you wear these things because and they also are stinky, and they plop one on your lap, and mine just slept the whole time. So I had just a sleeping otter to pet on my lap, and they're so soft. And then the other ones are running around like cat dog ferrets, and playing with tug of war, and flopping on the floor, and sliding sometimes, and slurping the water. One time they were like climbing up on top of each other up the wall trying to escape. Yeah. They're very soft. Look how cute that is. Oh my goodness. Look at those. Wow. One time the guy like had a tug of war and he spun it around in the air like this, and then it was like, oh, there it goes. It's a spinning otter. And they put on like what time your time is up at, basically, I think. There he's spinning the otter a little bit, or pulling it, or whatever. Yeah. Look at all these people with their otters. All right. This is an example of somebody in Japan. This is not normal, which is why I took a picture. But it is something that happened. A lot of times in Japan, there are very nice buildings with like plants on the sides of them and gardens on the tops of them. And I think that's neat. This is a garden. And I think there's a big garden somewhere. Yeah, there's a big garden we went to. It had lots of small gardens within the garden areas. I took this one at this angle because now you can see a skyscraper and the garden. And also there's some big open space. And some flowers. You saw that building too? I don't believe it. Or this one. All right, and then there's flowers, and there is a little greenhouse with other plants in there, like that. And that. And this is outside again. And there's the rose garden or something. What is that one purple flower? This one? This freaky thing? I don't know, it's aliens. There's a lot of things that are like, whoa. When it comes to plants, there's a lot of plants that are like, whoa. And also, we went to, this is in like reverse order, because we definitely went to a big thing this morning that we haven't hit yet. This is all after what we did first thing in the morning. We went to Tokyo Character Street, which has a whole bunch of shops for different like characters, like Kirby included, and no flowers. Sad. Well, we had certain flowers and not other flowers, I guess. There were a lot of flowers that weren't there, but there were still flowers that were. But yeah, Character Street has like Hello Kitty and Pokemon and Kirby and other things I've never heard of. Like Doraemon is popular, something else, lots of kitty things mostly. But Kirby Cafe, look at this cute little thing. It's a toothbrush holder. Isn't that cute? I wanted to go to the real Kirby Cafe, but then the reservations fill up within like minutes, a month ahead of time. But then there's this mini Kirby Cafe, which is just a shop, but they have the items you can buy and there's some of the edible things too. Look at these cute Kirby things. You can get Kirby noodles and silverware and this, and there's a Kirby at the end of this too that looks like it's sucking in whenever you put on the white spots. Pretty neat. Kirby toothbrushes for your toothbrush holders. And it's a big Kirby. Oh, man. Kirby cookies. Kirby plushies. Oh, bags. Over here, there was Kirby delicious things. Waddle Dee Chef. Man, there's good stuff in there. Oh, here you go. Here you go. There's more of the Kirby Cafe, the whole thing. Yeah. Isn't this neat? You got stars. You got the Kirby car. Mouthful mode. This is like little jars of pudding with the Kirby face. I got one of these. I kept the jar and I'm gonna put like pink sand in it or something. But yeah, so you get some of the things that are more like they can sit there. Like the actual Kirby Cafe has like burgers and things. But anyway, Jackie got a picture with the stand-up of Frieren because we're watching that anime lately and it's pretty good. And also by a Jackie store. We showed them her passport, and we're like, look, she's Jackie. And they're like, oh. And we're like, well, actually, it's Jacqueline. And she's like, well, actually, the character's name is Jacqueline, too. And we're like, whoa. And then we left. Also, Character Street, I think. There's also a Ramen Street right by that. Character Street. It says so. Tokyo Character Street. Oh, so here we are, back at the beginning of the day. All right? Still out of order, but it's the beginning. This is really neat. This is really neat. All right. So this is Team Lab Planets. All right. And it is a interactive art thing, basically. And so actually, let me pull up Facebook for this one if I still have that window. I do. Right. Wow. Everything's all out of order. Or is it? I don't know. All right, yeah, we got a Team Lab Planets post on Facebook. Yeah, they got mirrors all over the place. This place is neat. All right. So outside, first of all, this bench is one long continuous bench that goes like all around itself and then next to a building, and it's kind of neat. This is the start of it to give you an idea what this is. With your entire body. Immerse, perceive, become one with the art. Yep. Your feet will get wet. Well, we did do it. Your feet will get wet in some places. It was very well organized, I have to say. It was like your feet will get wet. You could even get wet up to your, or you will get wet up to your like knees or a little higher. And it was also like, there are mirror floors. If you need something to like hide your underwear, we have free rental shorts. But yeah, this place was really trippy. This place especially, there were all these strings of lights hanging down, I think, and mirror floors, and mirror ceilings, and mirror walls, and audio. And you're barefoot. Why is it like... Oh, it's still zoomed in from before. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I think we got a video coming up here, hopefully. But there's like all these strings of lights, and they're all like synchronized to make crazy patterns, and it's really neat. Hopefully, I think maybe the videos last or something, but you walk through some water. That was one room. This room is like really dark, but also has mirror walls that make it feel like it's infinite, basically. And there's like moving fish lights on the ground. And this is the room that was like up to your knees in water. Here we go. Yeah, let's see. I don't know if we got... Let's see if I can... We can get the audio perhaps out to this. I don't remember what output device I'm doing. Here we go.
Lightning slugs.
Well, anyway, there's not much audio for this one, but it's pretty nifty. Yeah, it's water. It's all water in there. You gotta wade through it. This is also from the water room. There's like a side room. The water pattern changed to look like this at one point. And of course was moving and whatnot. And also towards the beginning, like there'd be hallways that, since you're barefoot, and they have like dark-ish hallways, and you can like feel different textures. Yeah, you can feel different textures on like your feet as you walk. There's this room with all these like giant balls that everything changes colors. Yep. Balls. 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 There was this room where you sat in the middle, and like the angle of it made like the video on like projection all around. There's like a video, yeah, projection like all around the whole room, okay? And when you sit in the middle of it, it makes everything look like it's coming at you, or like really big or whatever. Is it where they film all the anime intros? That might be. So yeah, flowers flying through the air at you. It was pretty weird. Like, I don't think I'm moving the camera here. You can see like this part down here. The camera is stationary, but like everything is whooshing. Oh, I guess you can see this tile here too. But yeah, pretty weird. Please gently push the ovoids. The ovoids! There is a room of ovoids. I don't know. That's just something. There they are. It was very bright. This room had flowers, actual real flowers that were growing down from the ceiling. And when you first come in, they're like all down to the floor, basically. And as you approach them, they raise up into the ceiling. And like if you stand still long enough, then they drop back down and eat your flesh. I mean, they just drop down around you, I guess. But it was hard to do that because there are a lot of people moving around. But anyway, you like slowly move through and they lift up and go down, and it was actual flowers. Once again, mirrors everywhere. See, it's real. Yep. This again. Oh, here we go with the, this is one of the first places, and it was really cool. This is Probably one of my favorite ones, actually, was these just hanging strings of lights that were all synchronized into neat patterns. Very trippy. It was very cool, though. Yep. Flowers again. There they are. Outside. All right, we got full circle on that. All right. Same pictures on my computer, but some more probably. And let's just see if there's anything after all that. Oh, there's this picture that you can see the bench better. All right, I think that's probably all for this folder. Right. Yes. All right. Next day, we did go to the fish market. That was Thursday then. So Wednesday was Team Lab. Thursday, we went to fish market and Tokyo Skytree. Jackie also got sick at one point here. Let's see. This is something we were going to do together. Was Spa La Croix, which had like an onsen, which is the public bath thing. I don't know how familiar you are with how those work, if I have to explain the whole thing or not, but they did have things. This one was a little bit different, I guess, but they had like other massage things you could do too, but I just went in for the onsen and then left because Jackie was sick and didn't want to drip her snot everywhere. No burgers. No clothes, no burgers. Yeah. So you go in and you put your stuff in a locker. First, you take your shoes off, put those somewhere in a locker, and then you go in and you do it. You take your clothes off, all the clothes, and then you shower and clean yourself, and the showers are like sitting showers with little stools. No tattoos, right? That's a common thing for onsen is no tattoos, because it's like the Yakuza have tattoos, I guess. It's tradition, no tattoos. So yeah, you clean yourself in the outside showers, and then you can go sit in the like big nature-looking or modern-looking hot tubs with other naked men. And then every now and then you're like, all right, well that was a nice one. Let's meander to the next hot tub, and all the other naked Japanese men also slowly meandering around from tub to tub. There's one that's like open to the open air outside with like a sort of privacy wall with slats, but it has like more cool air instead of the hot air inside. And there's a sauna. There's a cold bath. There's baths with like bubbles that shoot out, or like the jets that shoot out. And there's ones with like really, really tiny bubbles that sort of like cling to your hairs. I don't know. It feels weird. But yeah, you just kind of chill and actually boil more than chill. But it's relaxing. It's nice. I wasn't as into it as I was the first time I went to Japan. The first time I was like, this is so nice. This time I was like, it's pretty nice. I'm bored now. But it was cool. It was something. All right, we went to Tokyo Skytree because we were gonna go to a tower in Shibuya, but it had reservations that were like all the way through next week, and we're like, what? You need reservations for this? So somehow that had all these reservations, and then Skytree was like, well, let's just see if they're open, and then it was fine to do it just that very day. So we went there instead, and they had a floor that you could look through. Glass floor. You can look like this. And very nice view. Very big, very nice. Jackie taking a picture of that view. Look at that. Very nice view. Quite viewy. They really crammed you into the elevator for this one too. It was like a really big, like 4 times the size of a normal elevator, but they like crushed everybody in there. Yeah, we went at night. Yeah. It sort of happened that way. Make a wish, honey. I don't know. That's there's a picture of it with a wide angle shot though. Oh, nice. Cool. This is on top of a random other building. Oh, this is on top of the building with the Nintendo store actually. This is a sort of panorama, so that's why it's all stretched. But they had like a nice little green area. This is outside the Nintendo store, also on the roof, like the 5th or 6th floor or something. Pretty cool. So yeah, I revisited the Nintendo store because Spiral Belly was like, oh, you should have gotten that bag. And so then I thought about it, and I got other things instead. There's Tower Records. Not just in Shibuya, but other places too, but this is the one there. And I just wanted to show you that people actually like CDs and use them. This is a pretty expensive CD player, but kind of neat. Kind of neat. They got records of Final Fantasy music. You were there. That's cool. They got video game soundtracks. Look at this. Look at this. Zeldas. They got the Zeldas. They got the Xenoblades. They got old stuff. Mother, Splatoon. They got recommended The World Ends With You because it takes place in this area. Tower Records is literally in the game. And they got Nier, and they got other stuff. The emptiness of the J. I don't know if I noticed as. I mean, maybe I did. But it's because the event venue is the same floor. It's the same floor as the K-pop. So I'm not sure necessarily that it was that they were into K-pop. It's just that they have an event venue here. Because the one time that I ended up, like, I came back here again, and they happened to be having an event at the event venue, and it wasn't K-pop. It was like a J-pop thing. That so I think sometimes they just do whatever, and they have signings, and it's not necessarily K-pop. But yeah, I like stumbled upon like the girliest pop band ever. It was really, really, really girly. Let's see. I have a picture of it, or I have a video link actually. I posted on Twitter when I found it, or when this happened. Wait a second. Yes. Well, hopefully we don't mute our stream. This is what I accidentally encountered. Yep. Oh, 10 minutes. Wow. Yeah. There were these like middle school kids in front of me that were like so jamming out to this and like jumping up and down and singing along. It was so funny. I was just I was barely holding back the laughter. It was so funny. So anyway, that's what I stumbled upon for one song, and then I was done with that. Have I been like not sharing the whole screen half the time? Oh no, I wasn't looking at my own half the screen. Okay. Cool. I was worried. Okay. So yeah, Tower Records. CDs are not dead. CDs, they sell them, and they sell a lot of them. I like it. I like the CDs. This is some food. I think, oh, this is when we went to get soba somewhere, and this had stuff on it, and I thought we should start taking pictures of our food, and then we still only occasionally did, but food, laundry machine, the washing machine is a whole story. Oh my goodness. Let me tell you the story of the washing machine. In fact, I'll read it aloud because I already wrote the story.
Dramatic reading.
The dramatic reading of the washing machine at the hotel, all right? So you can't go 2 weeks without doing some laundry unless you have a lot of clothes. So it came the time when we need to do laundry, and of course it was late-ish at night. Jackie has a cold. It's just trouble, all right? So the day before, I was like, hey, you had it in your room? You're so lucky. Ours was, okay, so the day before, I asked, our hotel was like, I don't know how many stories of rooms, probably like, I don't know how many stories of rooms, like 15 floors of rooms probably? 11 floors of rooms? I don't know. Really? Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, that was partly why I stayed here because they had laundry at all. But yeah, room laundry's nice.
No, you're probably right.
Yeah, I gotta think there were like 15 floors with rooms.
Like 12.
All right. So, and the lobby was on the 5th floor. Okay. And so anyway, the day before, I asked at the place, someone was like, "Hey, I heard that there's laundry. Where is it?" Yeah, I know. The dryers, their voltage is terrible. I gotta tell you though, there's a follow-up. I'll tell you the follow-up now, all right? The follow-up is that the second week when we were staying with my host family, they were like, hey, actually, we only have a washer. We don't have a dryer. And really, you should just go to this laundromat. There's a coin laundry like within walking distance. You should just go there. And so we went there, and it was like night and day the best. Like it was like laundry of the future. Okay, they probably only had like 4 laundry machines, but they were huge laundry machines. It was super like brand spanking new laundry with like touch screens of like, do you want this additive or this thing? Do you want this thing? And it automatically, one laundry machine did both the washing and the drying. And it did the whole thing in like 1 hour, maybe. I think. Yeah, it did both. It did washing and drying with one machine in 1 hour. And you had options for like additional kinds of detergent, or it just automatically had detergent go. It was so nice. It was the nicest thing. And they had separate dryers in case you needed to do like drying additionally. And the large clothing collider. Basically, picture that. Yeah, I should have taken a picture in that room because that was the. I thought every laundry machine sucked in Japan, but like that laundromat was amazing. I don't know who invested the money to make such a fancy laundromat, but my gosh. All right. So let me tell you the story of doing laundry at the hotel, though. Okay, and you got to check your food. All right, it's fine. This is a long stream. You're just gonna have to miss some things. All right.
Good though.
I wrote this out on Facebook. This is my description, okay? When we booked our hotel, here it is. Here it is on screen. Oops. Okay. When we booked our hotel, a nice benefit was that it had laundry machines. Turns out that they had one old washer and dryer on each of 3 specific floors out of maybe 24 floors of guest rooms. All right, so that was what I found out the day before when I asked. I was like, hey, you got laundry? And they're like, oh, yeah, it's on floors 8, 9, and 10. I'm like, oh, okay. And so I go and check it out. It's these dinky little machines. You're expecting like a laundry room, right? With like multiple machines like they have at college. No, it's one washer, one dryer, on 3 floors for all the people. Oh my gosh. Okay. Also, it costs 400 yen per wash, 200 yen per half hour of drying. And these are small machines with low power output, so it's definitely going to take more than a half hour to clean, to dry your stuff. Like, I did an hour and the jeans were not dry even remotely. Okay. Okay. Also, there was a note that you could purchase detergent from the front desk. Okay. So down I went to the front desk. The people at the desk were all helping someone, so another employee asked if they could help me. In English, I said I was looking for laundry detergent. I don't know what detergent is in Japanese. The man's gears were turning hard, interpreting my English. He didn't know the meaning of the English word for detergent either, and I could see him trying to fill in the blank of laundry blank with some familiar word. Like a slot machine, I imagined his brain stopping on a word and filling in the blank with not detergent. Confidently, he explained to the now available woman at the front desk what I needed. She seemed a bit confused about whether I had actually paid for the laundry service, which had me worried since I thought it was free. She asked what my room number was, and I could not remember at all. I was like, 512 maybe? And let's see. And she's like, yeah, we don't have a 512 because the lobby's on floor 5. There's no 512. So I was getting out my room key. So she's like, all right, let's just check your room key. And turns out I'm like not even close to 512. I was on. Jackie says I was on floor 15.
No, I think you're on floor.
Well, in your comment, you said it was 15.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Anyway, so she looked me up and brought me on more confusion with the revelation that I did not have laundry service. She asked if I could explain the situation again to her, so I explained from the start. Yesterday, I asked at the front desk about laundry. They said it was on floors 8, 9, and 10. Today, I went to do the laundry, and the note at the laundry machine said to come to the front desk for laundry detergent, so here I am. And she's like, wait, you just want laundry detergent? And so she turns to the other guy and tells him in Japanese that I just wanted laundry detergent. And he was all, oops, lol. And then we all laughed. And anyway, we moved over to the side of the front desk to get the laundry detergent. Okay. And it's a single-use pack of laundry detergent for 100 yen. Cool. But I won't have enough coins or small bills to get coins from the laundry machines after this. So I asked if they could split my 5,000 yen bill for 1,000. They were like, sure, one moment. The lockbox doesn't have enough 1,000 yen bills. So the guy from the beginning will have to go get more from the front desk. Seems like there still might not be enough bills even after checking the front desk. And so now the bilingual woman was here to help. The man explained that he was trying to split my 5,000, and at this point, I offered that I had 800 yen in coins if that was going to be any help, and they were both like, oh, yes, thank you, that helps. But this turned the situation into a complex bit of elementary school arithmetic that was beyond any of us. How could we possibly buy a 100 yen detergent and split the 5,000 with our limited resources? Eventually, they came up with a solution. I took their word for it and left with my detergent and money. At last, I returned to my room, got the bag of laundry, headed down for one of the 3 tiny laundry rooms. I wasn't there long when I was startled by someone opening the door behind me. Crap, they saw me overfilling the washer, and I'm in trouble, I thought. But instead, it was the woman from the front desk who said, I'm glad I found you. I think we owe you another 500 yen. Here you go. And I was doubtful about that they really did owe me anymore. But she insisted that they had figured it out and had accidentally shortchanged me. All right, well, I took her word for it and graciously accepted the money. Cool. Later, I returned to move the laundry to the dryer. And thinking, there's no way this is going to dry. And I shoved all the stuff into the dryer, even though there's like things down here that say like it's going to take this many minutes to clean this much. And this type of clothing weighs this much. And there's don't put more than 4.5 kilograms in there. And I was like, I'm not doing that math. I'm putting my whole load in there. And it was totally full and totally not dry at the end of an hour. All right, so I'm in there shoving all my laundry in the dryer again, okay? And all of a sudden, the door opens behind me again, and I'm just like, oh, somebody caught me shoving all my clothes in the dryer. They're going to know. They're going to yell at me because I exceeded the capacity. But again, it's the woman from the front desk. And once again, this is like an hour or two later, like an hour and a half later or something. And she's like, oh, it's lucky I found you. I'm like, no kidding. How did you find me on one of the 3 floors of laundry when I happened to be back switching my laundry? Anyway, she's like, I think we actually owe you another 500 yen. And I'm like, there is no way. There's no way you owe me another 500 yen. They're like, no, seriously, we did the math and we figured it out. We owe you more. And I'm like, really? Are you sure? She's like, yes, take it. And I'm like, all right, this is ridiculous. There's like no chance. And like the effort you're going through here, I feel like I should tip you, even though it's Japan, you don't tip. And she's like, haha, no, just take it. I'm like, all right, I took it. So I have my additional 500 yen on top of it. All right. Okay, 1 hour later, let's see. It's getting late. Jackie's coming down with a cold. The laundry is still wet as expected. And that's pretty much it. We got our laundry out. We like hung up the jeans in the closet and just waited that way. And that was the laundry. Oh, Jackie didn't know until I posted about this. I didn't bother to get detergent for the second load because it was just too much hassle. I just was like, screw that.
Made some more money though.
Huh?
You could have made some more money.
I could have made some more money.
Well, they keep giving you yen.
Oh, I could have. I might have.
500 yen?
I might have had enough coins. Yeah, the next time because of all the 500 yens I kept getting back. Anyway, that's the story of the laundry. Wow, big long story there. Here's a story. I didn't poop for like a whole week and I needed to get laxatives. And also, Jackie was sick and she wanted to get cold medicine. So I went down to the pharmacy and I was like, Google Translate, want laxatives. And also, my wife is sick, wants cold medicine. And she was like, pharmacist lady was like, oh, I got just the things. These are great Japanese medicine. Here, take blah, 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 day and morning, night, several 3 times 10 7 8 Japanese. And I was like, all right, got it. And then she's like, all right, here you go. And I'm like, actually I don't think I got it. could you tell me that again? And so she's like, okay, you need to take 10 of these, 10, and in my head blank because it's some Japanese word I'm not familiar with. And then she gets out a big version of this scoop and scoops it into a thing that she has, and she like shows it to me, and I'm like, oh, okay, 10 or 15, yeah, all right. And then I came back to the hotel room and I opened the box, and I had my own scoop, and that's when I realized that the dosage is measured in how many little pellets there are, and you can scoop them easily. And I'll tell you what, these laxatives worked, and it was disgusting. And I took it and I dumped it in the public bathroom next to the Nintendo store. And just as I left, the janitor woman was coming in to clean my stall, and I felt pity. All right, that's the end of that day. Woo! That was Thursday. Friday, there weren't any like sheets on underneath the blanket on our beds, which I thought was odd. But Jackie actually didn't used to use sheets. She just put a blanket on her bed, and I was like, Jackie, that's wrong. But anyway, this blanket was covered. It was like in a blanket container. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. This is the time that I walked in on that band and took Tower Records. And yep. Here we went to a restaurant that Crusher Pants recommended. And it's very good. And you get ingredients and they put them on here and cook them, and then you scoop them in and you eat them. And Jackie had these noodles, and it was very yummy. It was very yummy. It was so good. And when I was looking at the menu, I thought I found what I wanted, but I was actually like misreading something, like completely just my bad. I misread how it worked. And so then whenever the waiter came back, I was like, oh, and then I was looking through the menu again and like sort of half realizing that I misunderstood it and I couldn't find what I was thinking I wanted because it didn't actually exist that way. So I was looking, I was like, sorry, where is it? I swear it was this, it was right here. What was it? Oh, I can't find it. And so I was like, it was something with like octopus and I don't know, man. Forget it. I'll just get this thing that's sort of recommended, all right? And so, because I couldn't find what it was. So anyway, I got the sort of recommended thing, okay? And it was these ingredients. Okay? and then they come and they pour it out onto the heated surface, the grill, yeah, and they mix it around, and then whenever you are think that it is your preferred heatedness, this is what I got. This is what I got. It looked like this from start to finish. I thought, it probably needs to cook longer and it'll get better. No, it stayed a sludge like texture and color. It was good though. It actually did taste good. It sort of almost tasted like cheesy in a way, but like I don't think there was any cheese. It was the squid ink. It must have been squid ink that made it black. This must have been squid ink. Because there was stuff with squid ink. Like, what else is that? But it was good. I actually did like it. I think Jackie's was better, but it wasn't bad what I had here. And there's a lot of it too. Like that was all my one meal. Yeah, so yeah, Crusher Pants very highly recommended this place, and once again, like everything in our schedule basically worked out. We had this itinerary that like I came up with the itinerary basically, and almost everything worked out perfectly, and when it didn't, it just like shifted to a different day and worked out perfectly then instead. So it was really good. Like everything worked out super smoothly. And let's see. So Friday there was also a festival going on at a there's a Buddhist temple and a Shinto shrine right next to each other. And so the festival basically has a parade that ends up at those shrines, or the shrine of the temple. And also before that parade happens, there's a whole bunch of like food stalls and stuff like that. And Jackie did that. Somebody was being interviewed for TV. There's a lot of people there. There were a lot of childrens with their hats. They go on field trips and have hats, and you can see what class they're in because their hat color or something. But yeah, this is the Shinto shrine because it has a gate, and this is a panorama that's not panoraming. Yeah, this is outside that. This is the Buddhist temple here. It's quite big. They had the goldfish games, which is a common thing at festivals in Japan, where you have like, I think we got a better picture later, so I'll show that. But once again, we got weird things on sticks that we didn't eat. And there's a lot of normal things too that I didn't get pictures of. Just normal foods. Well, normal-ish. Other kinds of meats on sticks that aren't squids. Chocolate-covered bananas, things like that. Snow cone stuff, takoyaki. So here's your takoyaki batter balls with a chunk of octopus inside. Yeah, there's a playground. There's a thing that you can pretend to pose by. There's good breads. That wasn't actually there, but there's good breads. There's actually matcha pan. Matcha in there. Oh, wow, that looks really good. Oh, we should have gotten this. Oh, I want that so bad now. Oh, my goodness. The bread in Japan is so good. Oh. All right, well, apparently I don't have the picture right here, but there is the game with the goldfish where you get like a flat paper scoop. It's not even a scoop, it's just flat. And you have to try to scoop the fish out with the paper before it like breaks through. And that's the challenge. Did you check out the Kimura? Is that the bakery? That is one thing we didn't go to, actually. It was on the map, but we didn't end up going there. Unfortunately. Sorry. This is just some street, I think. It's kind of neat. This is a used stuff store, one of the book off stores, and I was surprised to see a lot of American shows that I didn't expect to see on DVD. I don't know, Supernatural, Little House on the Prairie. They had Desperate Housewives, 24. They had, but what's caught my eye first was Fringe. They had Fringe and Flash Forward. I could not believe they had Flash Forward because that was like such a random such a thing. I don't know. It was almost cool, and then it died. So anyway, there's that. The stop the walk lights had like timers on them, which was kind of nice. Which actually, now that I realized that, Baltimore does have sort of timers too. Yeah, that was a lot of shows. Like they had a lot of options here. I was impressed, and they have, of course, lots of Japanese stuff too. But this is just like part of the American show section. Here's the subways. If Amelia's back, I don't know. Subway picture, yeah. The convenience stores, they're all over the place. Convenience stores are like vending machines, but they're stores. Vending machines are all over the place. Convenience stores are all over the place. The convenience stores have nice, delicious breads and other delicious foods. And melon bread. We had the melon bread, the curry bread. Look at this. And it's so good. It's so good. Like you could just be like, "Oh, I don't want to pay for breakfast." Well, let's just go to the convenience store and get like two things and you got a breakfast. Like they have sandwiches prepackaged and onigiri and oh my goodness. The breads though, the breads. So like that's the wrong melon bread. Well, we we didn't take a picture. See, it's a good thing I didn't get this melon bread for you cuz I didn't know the correct melon bread. But when we went the second week to my host family's house, at some point we were like, oh, they asked like what kind of Japanese foods do we like, and we were like, I mean, pretty much all the stuff. And then I mentioned specifically the melon bread at the convenience stores, and they were really amused that we liked melon bread that much to like that it was worth mentioning. And so like later in the week, that so this was the son of my host family, so we were hanging out with their family part of the time too. And so later in the week, they came back to visit again, and he brought us 3 different varieties of melon bread. And the same day, my host parents also got us melon bread. So we had like 4 melon breads of different kinds at the next week, and I think I had probably 3 different melon breads or 3 of this kind of melon bread in Tokyo also. It's good stuff. This is from the festival with my other camera. It's pretty cute. Look at these kids up there. Look at these people playing instruments. They're in the parade. I guess there's like floats that represent things. The ones you liked had a green color and had filling. Oh yeah, okay. I think I did have one of those that had the filling, and yeah, those are good. So I think they had like different floats that represented different parts, like different neighborhoods or something. I don't know. And there were a lot of old people. There were these people, they had like wings, they lifted their arms, and that was kind of nifty, I guess. Hat. Yes, hat. Hat. Old hat. Oh. Ronald McDonald. Grr. Yay! I want to go home. These are like the HOA people, probably. I don't know. They were shouting something, probably. Yep. Here's some video of it not playing the audio. I forgot to restart my background music too. Anyway, yeah, they paraded as they do. Those things went psh. This is the inside of the Buddhist temple, which is quite large. There you go with the food stalls again. There's the fish catching game. Somebody failed. Dun, 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 dun. Yep. These guys beat on the drums for a while. It was kind of boring. Traditional sounding. All right, that was Friday. Saturday. All right, Saturday was the day that we were packing up and flying out of Tokyo to Sapporo, where my host family lives. And so at the Sapporo airport, so host mom and her son Daisuke and his family met us there. Well, actually, host dad also met us there. He got our luggage and brought it back to the house. And then we went with host mom and Daisuke and his family to an onsen and / traditional Japanese hotel, which you call a ryokan. And so there's Daisuke and family. She's learning English, so they were like, you gotta talk to her in English for practice. And we sort of forgot most of the time, and she was shy and didn't want to talk. And they had this buffet that had like all the different kinds of foods. It was pretty good. So once again, no pictures inside the onsen because everybody's naked. But we should have pictures inside the hotel room, which shows how it's traditional. But also this area, this onsen is called Noboribetsu, and it is like near a place called Hell Valley. And so everything is themed around oni, which are like sort of like ogre kind of monsters from Japanese folklore, but their oni is they're just oni is what they are. So they're all over the place, but this is Hell Valley, and the reason it has like sulfury smell and steam coming up and stuff like that. But very cool pictures. We got ourselves with horns. Horny picture. This guy at like particular times of day, his head spins around and he's angry, or he like does things. You get these to wear whenever you're gonna go to the onsen. Also, they come in your room, and you get these, and you get some towels, and you can change these and wear these over your over your underwear, clothes, or whatever, and you go down with these on. And the hotel staff puts out the futons, so these are what your beds are. Just a futon cushion with this, and there you go. I think we probably have another picture too, but there's the like floor table with the chairs on the floor, and there's a tea making thing and stuff like that. But yeah, back to Hell Valley, which was pretty neat, scenic. Time we went was the evening and had some neat shadows on the stuff and some neat water. Jackie had a picture or video of that. It was pretty neat. There's a path with lights. It's nice. It's nice. It's nice. Look at that. Wow. Yep. Here, look at this. Yep. There's the hellscape. Danger, keep out. It was good weather. It rained like the first day. It was drizzly in Tokyo, which was fine, and we also got an umbrella for like later when it was a little bit raining a little harder, but we had very good weather. Very nice in Tokyo, and Sapporo was like pretty nice too. A little bit chilly sometimes, but it was fine. Oh, keep out. Panorama. But yeah. Lots of this. Keep out. Don't fall in the hole. Don't. There it is. It's pretty cool. There's a geyser. 2,000 liters of water at approximately 80 degrees Celsius and steam are ejected every 3 hours up to 8 meters high, accompanied with thuds. It lasts for about 50 minutes each time. We were not there for that event, but this is where it would be when it happened. And so when we were there, it was just kind of like... But sometimes it apparently goes... But we didn't see that. They have a hell festival here. I was like, oh man, if this is America, there are no way they'd be getting away with a hell festival. All the Christians would be like, hell festival, that's evil, ah! And so then, like, yeah, I told them that. I'm like, what, really? And I'm like, yeah. And then I think there was some other hell-related thing, and then I think Daisuke's wife, Kana, was like, oh, is it okay? And I'm like, oh yeah, it doesn't matter. It's fine, we don't care. And, like, Japanese hell is different from Christian hell anyway. You will buy them back? I think we used all of our money, except for, like, very few coins. We ended up... It worked out pretty well. We used a card a lot. We had, we got... Well, yeah, I mean, that doesn't have to do with the bills, but... The bills, we sort of timed it, and it worked out well. like knowing how many we had, and then like we didn't need to use too many for transportation the second week, so it was kind of like, all right, let's just like time this out so that we use them up. But we got I was gonna show my credit card on stream. That's stupid. I signed up for it was a Capital One MasterCard thing that had no overseas fees, and you could just use it like everywhere. So that was quite handy. And every time it did it, I got a little notification on my phone that was like, this is how much you spent in US dollars. And I was like, it's so cheap. Everything I did was so cheap. I loved it. We kept buying things. I was like, oh, I think this is going to be about this much. And then it was still less than I thought every time. It was great. It was like everything being like 3/5 the price of what it was. It was so cool. I got all these video games. I played some Itadaki Street on PS4 today, Brian. Yeah. Just like the other ones. New Pokemon Snap is like $50 in the US. It was 1,500 yen, first of all. 1,500 yen, which is way, way, way less. And the exchange rate. So this was probably like $11 or something for new Pokemon Snap on Switch. I got some other stuff here that is also like Mario Wonder. I got Mario Wonder. This was used for like, I don't know, less than 50 or something. It was, yeah. Switch is not region locked. And neither is PS4. Yep, we got Astral Chain, which is one that's out of print and like always expensive in the US. But yeah, Mario Wonder. So like all these games, I wish I remembered exactly how much I paid for this stuff, because like every time I rang up, it was like, I can't believe how cheap that is. Every time we bought anything, it was just like, oh man, it's so cheap. So yeah, here's our room more overall. Tatami mat floors, which means you got to take your shoes off at the door. There's a shoe takeoff spot, and you switch into sandals. And also that means, with the traditional Japanese style, that there is a separate bathroom from the restroom. The toilet is in a separate room from the shower. And the shower room also has the hand washing in it. Oh, and Crusher Pants will be happy to know I finally used a bidet for the first time. Twice. And it had a lot to do with those laxatives. Here is a giant Oni statue and the onsen symbol in flowers. This is a street. See, there's nature in Japan too. It's not just Tokyo. Yeah, the bidet was good. Well, mostly the bidet was good because the toilet paper was not good. Toilet paper was like tissue paper, super thin. Like, this is not going to cut it. So it forced my hand. It forced my lack of hand. Yeah, Jackie had onigiri at the airport. There are lots of lots of vending machines all over, and they all have like the same kind of drinks mostly, which is a lot of tea, water. There's iced coffee in cans, but there's also vending machines with snacks. And this was at the airport, and I was like pretty amazed at like they had pretty good prices for. I mean, it's not, especially with the exchange rate, but like these prices are like the same as convenience store prices in an airport. So I was pretty impressed, actually, how cheap this stuff was. So, airport vending machine, good deals. Alright, that's that. We have now arrived in Sapporo. We went to our thing. Stayed overnight at the Noboribetsu Onsen. You see any of the hot stuff vending machines? I didn't see too many. I was mostly seeing normal vending machines, actually. Like, it was almost all... I mean, there were a few I saw that had hot beverages, like you could get hot coffee maybe, but I didn't see very many. And I didn't see very many like unusual vending machines either. Okay, so we stayed overnight, and this is going to be out of order. We stayed overnight. At the end of the story, we got to host family's house. They have a cat, and they had Jackie also. This is still at the hotel. They had very good breakfast thing. Everybody's here. This is the sign. They had a lift to the bear park. There was a bear park near the onsen. Bears. We went up. This is home again, though. This is after the bears. Look at this food that we had. I don't know what it is. There's rice. I don't remember. Fish, maybe? Did we have fish this time? There was one day we had fish, and you gotta, like, get the bones out of the fish. But they're usually, like, a certain way that if you, like, grab the one spot with your chopsticks, you can pull it out, and most of the bones will come out all in one thing. Which is what I learned whenever I studied abroad there. They had our room prepared for us with separate beds because I asked for separate beds because I spaz in the night and grind my teeth and we can't sleep if we sleep in the same bed. But I was surprised to see also that this room was very decorated with pictures of me and host mom and her other students too, but especially me. There were like half the pictures were me and half the pictures were other students that studied abroad. There's a picture of me and host mom holding a gun in my backyard. I totally forgot we did this, but just for the picture, basically, just for the America. We went to like some breakfast place, yeah, but she came to visit us one time and we got pictures. This is when I studied abroad there, back in 2011. We took her to Hershey Chocolate World. But yeah, so I studied abroad here and stayed with them in the fall of 2011. So it had been quite a while, but we kept in contact all that time. And that's pretty much the main reason I kept Facebook all this time. Because she was my main person that was like my only contact with her was through Facebook. But yeah, she had all this stuff, all these pictures of us and stuff like that. There's me. I was like, I'm everywhere in here. There's me with Zoe. There's me and her. I think this is probably when I left. There's so many of me. I was like, what do other students like? She doesn't host students anymore, but like she did do Airbnb or like I think occasionally people will come and I'm like, what do people think when they come in here and they're like, oh, look at all these pictures of past students. Who's this person that's in half of them? Anyway, back to the bear park. They had a duck race and a human cage. That's why I took a picture of this. They had other things besides bears. Squirrels, which were actually chipmunks. The human cage was interesting. You could like launch out foods. I probably was her favorite. I stayed in contact the most, so. Nice view on top of the bear park. Nice view. It reminds me of the like crater in the anime movie Your Name, which I don't know if any of you have seen, but it's something like sort of like that. Look at this bear cub. Oh my goodness. How did we get such a close picture? I have my telephoto lens, but also you could pay to get a picture with the bear cub. And when we got in line, and we got to the front of the line, they're like, oh, sorry, it's gonna only have to be you and Jackie. You're the last ones. And everybody else was sad, and we were sad for them. And then they were like, oh, wait, do you guys know each other? And we're like, yeah, we're all a group. And they're like, oh, well, that's fine then. And so we all came in as a group. We got our picture with the baby bear. Baby bear picture. This guy holding it up like a puppet. Baby bear picture. Baby bear picture. We didn't get to touch the bear, though. Is it blepping a little bit there? A little bit of a blep or a blup. They took a lot of pictures. This is the very awkward sitting position. It works, I guess. Alright, view. Alright, so this is inside the human cage where you can launch food out to it. Not the best view of the bears. It's very humid in there. Watery. But it's a thing. Alright, this is one of the two main bear enclosures. Bears. This is the bear gift shop. This is a wall with flowers on it. Dandelions. Bears! Alright, here's the bear pictures. Here they go. Bear. Bear. That's a bear. That's a bear. That's a view, though. That's a bear. He's on top of the human cage. This is where this other one was. There's a view. Look at that view. Wow. See, there's some nature. It's not all city. This is up in Sapporo. Well, no, this is not Sapporo. This is island of Hokkaido, but not Sapporo. This is like southwest edge of Hokkaido. So this would be the ocean. The ocean. The, you know, that one. That one ocean that's over there. Bear. Look at it. It's crawling out. Dead. It's not dead. Bear. You might be trying to catch food in the air. You could buy bear food, throw it at them. This one's in the water. He's got a little food pellet right there. He would like scoop it towards himself and then go, nom. Bears. This guy is big. That's a big bear. That's a big male bear. I think the other ones are female bears down below. You gotta keep them separated. These bears were sort of wrestling a little bit. Having a bit of a squall. Bears. They were very, very berry. He's got some snot. She, I guess. Yep, bears. There are some bears. There's a chipmunk, though. And giant crow. I wish I had something to show the scale, but these crows are big. All the crows are huge. Baby bear. And the view again. Look at that view. Wow. Nature. Just to once again remind you that Japan is not all one big city. It's a bear with a very jiggly camera because I was using my not video camera. I was using just a camera with video on it. It's a bear. Can I skip to the next? That's probably the end, actually. All right, cool. Bears. That was the bear day. Then we got back home to host family's house. Next day, host mom was working all week, except she took Wednesday off. So host dad has recently retired, and so he took us to a couple places. First of all, on Monday, we were in the kitchen, and this is their cat, Coco, which is very cute. Short-haired. This is their other cat, Kotaro, which is very super friendly and will climb up on your lap and hug you, like, over your chest. Like that. And, like, oh my goodness. This cat is the friendliest cat ever. Like, I've never seen a cat this friendly. It's so friendly. Wow. And what's also cool is that both of those cats were there when I studied abroad in 2011, too. So I was like, I can't believe these cats are still alive. And they are. And they're still there. It was just like old times. Oh my goodness. Kotaro is so cute. And so snuggly. And so fluffy. Oh. Oh my goodness. Okay. I went to a used stuff store here. And I found the soundtrack for Super Mario Brothers Special. The obscure, nobody talks about it PC port of Mario Brothers. Not even port, it's an original Mario game for PC. The soundtrack. I almost thought about buying it, but it was 6,300 yen, which is like as much as a new video game. And I wasn't going to do it for that much, but I took a picture just for proof of it. Like, that is so ridiculous. I almost kind of regret that I didn't buy this. But, like, look at this. What is this? Copyright 1990. Retail was pretty expensive for the time, probably. But here, 2,800. But yeah, this is, like, more than I paid for any game. So that would have probably been, like, close to $50, I think, to get this. 40 something, I think. Or 50? I don't know, probably 50. These are thick carrots that Jackie noticed. This is a building where I studied abroad that we went and visited again. We went to Hokusei Gakuen University. Just briefly came in, and we like can't really wander around it, but 40-ish. Nice. But yeah, this building was like one of the spots we hung out in, like all the studying abroad students. It was supposed to be just for the people who stayed here, like didn't have a host family. They had rooms, they had dorms here. But like we didn't have anywhere else to hang out, so we all just kind of hang out here too and did homework and studied and whatnot. So it was very nostalgic to come back to this college and check out this, stand outside the building and point at things and be like, look at this, I used to walk from here to there every day for 3 months. Oh boy. Yeah, but I have more pictures of that from that time. Here's a udon shop where you can order generic udon and then add on whatever add-ons you want to add. Yeah, it's yummy. I like tempura stuff. It's good. And the main attraction of that day, on that Monday, was the historic village of Hokkaido, which is a sort of museum that's like a whole town where they like recreated, they like moved and rebuilt and recreated old buildings outside and inside from like, I don't know, probably early 1900s mostly, I would say, like 1900-ish, of like all these different kinds of buildings from old Japan. And it's actually very interesting. And like the whole museum is like you walk down streets and go in buildings, and like it's really big. Like it must have taken forever to make all this. So like I feel like these pictures probably are not going to be that interesting, and in general it's one of those museums where like not everybody's going to be interested in this, but it's quite an impressive and interesting museum actually. But yeah, this is in like a doctor's place. Jackie wanted to check that out. This is an old school. Oh yeah, I don't know if I have that picture. Jackie took a picture though, but they had a box of slides just like she has for work. Shrine there, I guess. Or maybe this is a shrine inside of another building. I don't know. There's a lot. I don't remember what this building was. This might have been like a fishery or something. I think it was. Yeah. There was a beer factory place. I don't think I have pictures. There's a church, an actual Christian church. This is outside the church. They're the old roll the hoop with the stick game, which was extremely hard, and I think we should try to bring it back. I totally think this would sell. We could catch it. We could get this caught on. Host Dad tried to show us how it was done and didn't do a very good job either. Surprisingly hard. There were stilts, also very hard. Oh wow, you're like mid-air here, Jackie. This is, I think, a dormitories on the sides. This is a dorm. They had 2 more beds on the other side. Yep. Some old pictures that I was just like, wow, I'm surprised they had these old pictures. Does it tell me the dates on these? Oh. No, I'm not sure. If that's a date, it might be like a date based on like the year of the emperor or something, and I don't know what that date actually is. These are like flipping in and out whenever you come and leave. Are there a lot of abandoned properties that far north? I mean, I didn't really go looking for abandoned properties, so I would say I don't know. I don't know. And this is a museum that they're intentionally supposed to be looking old. So I don't know. I didn't see any abandoned properties, but I wasn't like in the places like that. Let's see, this is like their gym for martial arts. I guess I've heard of that though, now that you mention it, Pressure Pants. I have heard there are places with abandoned properties in Japan, like sort of like rural areas too, that like they just, I don't know, people just left, or it's just really, really, really cheap properties, but they're not close to anything. This was a place where people, I think this was a like woodcutter place loggers or something. Like, they all would sleep in here on all of these and then go out and cut the trees. Yeah, woodcutter shanty. Yep. 40 workers lodged in this barrack at that time. So anyway, yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff, and this museum is like huge. At first, it's like, oh, this is gonna be over fast, and then it's like, oh no, you could spend a whole day here. I don't know that I want to, but I could. They had this cow with, it was a fake cow, but you could actually milk it. You could water it, I guess. We did a craft and made these ornaments out of straw. This man helped us do it. Yeah, you twist the straw, and then you twist it a different way. I don't know. I don't remember anymore. You twist it, though. You go like this. You go like this, and then you pull it around, and then you pull it around, and then, yeah. You have it. There you have it. There's this guy who was dressed up as he was in a police box. He was dressed up as a policeman. Yep. Main Street. Houses. This is a really, really old projector. Like, I can't believe they have this. Like, some of the things, it did look like a statue. Some of the things in these houses, like, when you think about it, like, just looking at it, you're like, oh, it's kind of neat. But then you think about, like, dude, this is, like, really old. Like, that's kind of neat. That's kind of neat they have something this old. Like, that's pretty cool. And there's lots of stuff like that. Here, look at this. This is, what was this? This is a fire pit, I think. I think this is a fire pit. Yeah, you can have a fire pit in your house for warmth, or you can cook over it, probably. Here, they got the Buddhist thing. I forget what these are both called, but this isn't too abnormal even in Japanese houses now, where you have a Buddhist thing for, like, honoring your ancestors or dead relatives or whatever. And maybe you have, like, their ashes here or something. And then also there's the Shinto thing up here, which is, like, I don't know, some other good luck with the spirits or some such. I don't know. But side by side, two religions, you know, like, hedge your bets kind of thing, right? Yeah. This is interesting shaped thing. What was this? Is this the kitchen, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, kitchen. Big pot. Bathroom. Practically all of these buildings, you had to take your shoes on or off and put on sandals, and it was a real pain. Like, every single building, take your shoes off, put them back on, take them off, put them back on. Old phone, kitchen or something. Stuff. Old house. Here's some stuff. This nice looking calligraphy. It's pretty cool. This thing. These are heaters through history. So they had just, like, burn stuff in a box, burn stuff in, or stoves, I guess you could say. Yeah, heaters, furnaces, stoves, whatever. But just, like, you burn stuff in it, and that's how you heat your home. And so this is the development of those. I think Hostad was saying that he had a stove like that or something when he was a kid, and, like, one of those things you learn your lesson as a kid of, like, don't touch the hot stove because you burn yourself. And this also was this was, like, even before that, you just literally have a bowl that it's like your movable fire pit. You just burn your stuff in there for heat. This was lanterns, that's right, lights. I guess lanterns. This is Jackie. She was like, yeah, host dad was like, is it too chilly? Do you need your jacket? And she's like, nah, I'll be fine. And then as we walked in, she'll be like, I'll be fine. Maybe I'll be fine. It's a little chilly though. I don't know. And then we finally got to the entrance, and she's like, I think I want to run back for my jacket. And host dad was like, here, just take my jacket. She's like, okay. So this is host dad's jacket. This is Coco. Oh, wait, this is one we need to have the audio though. Whoops. Yeah, they were very good hosts. They also paid for every meal and didn't let us pay. They didn't let us pay for any meals, and They didn't let us. They didn't take any money for us staying there. Whoops.
Meow. 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 Meow.
This cat meowed a lot. It was always going meow. You could just meow back and forth with it constantly. Meow. There's Kotaro doing its climby thing again. So nice.
Armor.
Yeah, some armor. I need some armor, don't I, buddy? Yes, I need some armor.
So nice. So fluffy. Yeah.
You are
Yeah.
the cat's
Look
food
at
bag.
this cat. Oh my goodness. It's so friendly and poking its claws. She started wearing her jacket whenever she held this cat after that because it would cling.
A little excited.
I'm just trying
Yeah.
to block.
It's very, very nice. Hoop game is hard. Stilts are hard.
You fall.
Oh, milking
See
a
what-
cow that's not real. Yep, that's the end of that.
Wow.
Wow. Wow, there's too many pictures, guys. This is taking forever. You didn't know what you were in for. This is a meal we had at home. They put stuff in here, and sometimes they added more stuff to it. But it had these noodles. And it had other things. And we had rice on the side. You could watch live TV in their car. Is this a thing in the US? This seems so unsafe. It's right in front of the car. Like, you could watch it from the driver's seat. Watch live TV or movies. Yeah, we did pack it full. We had, like, good things every day. Like, is this a thing, though? Live TV? I don't know. They had, so Daisuke's family, they had rented Paw Patrol for their kid to watch in English, and they had that running, like, the whole time we were in their car. I don't think she was watching it, though. Alright, we went to a city called Otaru, which is sort of beyond Sapporo. And it's a tourist place just because there's no tourist places in Hokkaido and they needed to have one, I think. There's really not much that's special about it, but it is next to the Sea of Japan. So, like, if you look across, you can see Russia. Or you can't actually, you see water. But... And they have a canal. It's nice. It's a nice canal. And here's some gas prices. This may have been higher than usual, but I'm not sure. I think it might have been a higher price than usual. But this came out, this is regular. This came out to, I believe, around $4.20 for regular per gallon. But also, since the exchange rate was so good right now, if you were in Japan and not using your US dollars, that would probably feel more like $6. So 6 per gallon is what it probably would feel like, if my math is correct or my estimates are correct. But this also may have been overpriced because of the semi-tourist place. That's nice. Lots of restaurants have like rubber versions of their food and menus outside the window so you can see what the food looks like. Yep. Beef sushi. Otaru has a really big 3-story, really nice shop full of music boxes. Very nice music boxes. That is one attraction there. That's pretty neat. Another attraction is Tenguyama. I know, right? Mount Tenguyama is supposed to have, well, part of the year there's some other part that's open, which wasn't open yet. Also has a really good view. So we asked somebody for directions, actually. And Japanese people are very nice because we asked somebody for directions and it was like they're like, oh, wait, is this your first time? Oh, let me just show you. So they get in their car and drive like 10 minutes. They drive 10 minutes one way to show us like how to get there. And like host dad was like, oh, no, you don't got to do that. Okay. Oh, man. So anyway, they drove us up here, drove us partway up here. And we get up here and the mountain is inside of a cloud. And so our amazing view is this. You can see nothing. You see cloud. Oh yeah, we do. I need to get the video from Facebook for this experience. So let's see here. And speaking of Japanese good culture things, there was one picture I had earlier, I think, where like they just had, or maybe it's later, I don't know. It was like a shop that was still closed, and they had like a whole bunch of clothes and things for sale outside the shop, and nobody stole it. They just had it out there. And I was like, wow, if this was Baltimore, it would be gone. People would just say, oh, there's something outside, that means it's mine. Oh, your car's unlocked? I'll just investigate that. Oh, shoot, did I get another message about this? Okay. Somebody's picking something up at 9. All right, so, you might already hear this because of me sharing audio. Hopefully, I may have spoiled it. No, it was muted. Excellent. I'm just gonna get our stream muted, probably.
Dungeons deep and caverns old.
Yep, that's that. Yeah. Good view. Good good picture. Yep, so we went up there. This is just Japan things. I don't even know. What is There it is. I'm an engineer. Oh yeah, what kind? Seaweed. Be careful to tsunami and other Japan things. This is just kind of pretty, I guess. I took a picture. There's that with my good camera. Yeah. What's this? This is inside the music box land. Cheap viewers. Oh, wow. So, yeah, Music Box store was actually pretty cool. Oops. Yeah, there's more of that. It's just nothing. It's just nothing. That's it. That's all you can see. It's beautiful nothing. It's pretty cool. Yeah. There's a nice view, though. There's one from not in the clouds. This is like probably the sort of place we were. I don't think that's exactly where we were, but it might have been. But yeah, better view. This might have been where we were. I don't know. There's some flowers. Pretty nice. This is just some really fancy place. Apparently you can stay here, and it's really expensive. And that's a statue. And there's the view. That's the end of Tuesday. Oh my gosh, you guys, are you all right for this? Oh my gosh, there's so much. This is going on for a while. Wednesday, we went to... Is this really what we did on Wednesday? Oh, yeah, I guess we did. We stopped at some point, a elementary school. I think this was later. This is later in the day, but elementary school where they had already finished the day, but host mom knew somebody at the library there, and you could like borrow books from the library. And I actually went to that same school, the elementary school library with her when I studied abroad, and we met the same person there. And this time she let us sort of tour the building too. So we got a little bit of a elementary school tour. They had gardens for each grade. When you go into the school, you got to take your shoes off and switch to your indoor shoes or something. Except we had sandals. They had these stackable caterpillar tables. This is hard to see, but that's like in the food area, or not the food making area. And then they pass it out, I think. This is a picture of a picture, but they had some Splatoon themed game that they were playing. Anyway, they pass their food out, they put it on trays and whatever, they put it on the cart, and then they have a cart elevator, which they were very proud of. And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen cart elevators before, but I mean, that's pretty nice that they have one in the school. That's nice. There's music room storage. They got their outside area. They got classroom with stuff hanging up. You know, here's Hokkaido probably doing geography things. They got stuff on their desks. They got their art. They got their calligraphy. This is interesting to me, which I don't think this is every school in Japan, but this one had like a row of classrooms and they're all in this one big open room. And, well, actually there are walls here though, but they're all open here, but you can fold in walls to close it off if you want to. But it was really nice. It was like, it felt really open and very like bright and sunny. It was quite nice. This is like a build things class. What do you call that? I don't know. Shop class, yeah. I somehow dodged shop class, unfortunately, and so I have no knowledge of how to do shops. This, I think they had like crayfish that they were growing or something. Different floor of the same thing. More, this is really basics, like how to write the basic letters in Japanese. Classroom. I don't remember what this classroom was. This might have been like cooking class, like home ec or something. I think it was, yeah. Yeah, that's the cooking. There's a cooking classroom. Yep. Nurse's office on the right. They had some other room. There's the thing there. Hostad and also others, I guess, for mentioning to us that some schools were closing lately, like in different neighborhoods, because like the falling birth rate is so bad that there just like aren't enough kids to have a school, and so they're just like closing schools. So that's something. They had I Spy books there in the library, and this is the inside of an I Spy book. And there's outside of I Spy books. Yeah. Oh, this is the school library. Whee! Hanging around. This is the person that I happened to met back in 2011. She was trying to figure out how we would write Ryan in kanji if we were going to write it. We went to a conveyor belt sushi place for the first time, which this one was like you order off a tablet and then it delivers to you on the belt, and then your table has a particular color. So if the tray is matching your color, or if the sticker on the tray matches your color, you grab the plate off of it, and then there you go. And it came very fast. And then at the end, they tally up how much you owe based on the plate sizes and types, because each one is worth a certain amount of money. Although I'm pretty sure that's just tradition because we ordered on a tablet, so I'm sure they already had our orders. But still, you could count based on the plates. But yeah, you could see, and we had it in English here, but tabs. There were other fast food or like chain restaurants that had these tablets also, where you could go through different categories and order that way. Yeah, there it is. There it is. We went to, with host mom, a zoo. So we were going to go to one zoo, and it was 2 hours away, and we're like, we don't want to go 2 hours just for a zoo. And so we're like, let's just go to this other zoo. And so we were going to go to that zoo, but it was Wednesday, and it was closed. And lots of things are closed on Wednesdays in Japan for some reason. But this other zoo that her son Daisuke recommended, called North Safari, or as he called it, Nos Safari, because I thought it was Nos Safari all this time until we finally found what it was actually. That was open. And this is a really interesting place. All right, do that. Sounds good. We're getting there. North Safari was really, it was like one of those zoos that you would expect to see in like India that you're like, there's no way this is like, if this was in a first world country, it would be shut down. But we got there before it was shut down. And also, it's one of those places where you're like, I really hope they're treating these animals better than they are right now because I feel kind of bad for having spent my money here because these animals seem like, I don't know. But for one thing, there's a lot of unsupervised areas where you can just touch the animals. And not just like these bunnies, but like, we'll show you. We'll show you. I'll show you all the things you can touch. This is just a really big bunny. All right? These are guinea pigs. Normal. You expect you could touch that. They weren't supervised. Somebody could just take this guinea pig and leave. Nothing is stopping them. You could buy food to give these animals, and it was like 100 yen. I could pay 100 yen to get food, okay? But the food's just sitting there. It was all honor system. Put coins in a jar, take a food. This is Japan. Like, just honor system. Just do it. Nobody's even watching. So anyway, here, see honor system food. They are better behaved, that's for sure. But yeah, like if this place catches on, they're gonna have to like restructure this zoo. First of all, there's going to be an incident in the zoo. I can tell you because like you'll see even as we go. It's not just honor system 100 yen foods. It is all over. I can't believe this place exists. Okay. Do not lift us, please. All right. Hedgehogs are cute. Big bunny. Hedgehogs. Big bunny. Hedgehogs, big bunny. Hedgehogs, big bunny. Look at this. There's a sloth. So this is where I'm talking about. You go into this room. There's a sloth. It's just there. Most of the time, there were no employees in this room monitoring anything. There's a sloth. There's capybaras. There's a small monkey. There's something else that's like over a fence, but you could easily just climb over it. But like the sloth, you could just reach up and touch the sloth. You could pet the capybaras. You could be like, hey, monkey, and the monkey comes and runs and jumps on your shoulder. And it's just there. There's just a sloth there. Oh my goodness. I couldn't believe it. And the doors are just like, hey, please be careful to close the doors and don't let the animals out. It's like watching your neighbor's pet, like, hey, the cat tries to run out, so just be careful, okay? Except it's a zoo. It's a zoo. Literally, there's the exit. It's like, hey, just be sure the sloth doesn't come out, all right? You know, he tries to rush the door. He's pretty slow. It's like what? I know the monkey could though, and there's the room with the birds where they had like extra warnings about like the birds will fly out of here. Be careful, please. But yeah, look at this guy. This is what I'm talking about. That was over a wall, but like you could easily climb the wall. What is this called, Jackie? A tapir?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, that's what it is. Eldier knows too. Sloth. Look at this monkey. I was so hyped about. I love monkeys. I always wanted to like interact with the monkey. That's my favorite thing at the zoo is like seeing the monkeys run around and do stuff. This monkey came out. Look, he's climbing on host mom. Climbing. He's monkeying. Oh my goodness. Look at Jackie's right over there taking a picture. He's got these little Cheeto hands. You're right. He was pooping on host mom. He pooped. And look, he's on me. He got on me. I was so happy. I was so thrilled that this monkey was on me. I was like, yes, my dream. This monkey is climbing on our bodies. And the capybara was also pretty cute. They're like really chill. They feels like petting straw kind of. Yeah, they're so chill. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Look at that. There's a chameleon. Just out there. Once again, you could just take it. You could. No, nothing's stopping anybody from just stealing this chameleon. It's just in there. You could touch it. It says don't. He doesn't like being touched, but you can. I didn't. I follow the rules. Giant tortoises. They're just there. You're just in there, not supervised. This bird. There was a bird room. There were lots of birds. Uh, I made that face. Birds. She's got seeds. Yeah. Well, Jackie says we need to make this a Twitch emote.
It's just such a face.
It's a face. She fed the seal. It was seals? Yeah, seals. She paid to feed the seals. She really liked seals. Or seals. Are they seals or sea lions? Seals. There is this area with just pelicans and these wallabies and were there any kangaroos or were they wallabies? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So it was mostly kangaroos. I thought kangaroos were supposed to be really mean, so we were a little bit afraid. Also, these big birds, we were a little bit afraid, but like nothing really attacked us. They kind of get up in your business wanting food, especially if you have food. But yeah, you're just in there. You can just hang out and touch them. They had a human crane game, which I didn't do, but it was kind of tempting. They had a duck lace here as well, just like at the bear park. They had a duck lace. There's a poisonous, supposedly poisonous thing that like you can walk in there with it. This is literally a aquarium of piranhas that is open in the back, and there's a easy balance beam with ropes that goes over it with the start and finish, encouraging you to do so. Nothing stopping you from being an idiot and falling into the tank. Nothing stopping you from reaching your arm in the tank. It is literally open. Porcupines, dangerous porcupines. This is the dangerous animal area. With the balance beam, there are ropes once again, but you just walk in here. Nothing stopping you from walking around with these porcupines, grabbing the porcupines, taking a porcupine. There is nothing, no supervision. There was a form outside of this one area, this one dangerous animals area. There was a form. If you happen to notice it, it was not monitored. It was not enforced. You could write your name on it. And I don't know, we maybe agreed to like, I accept responsibility if I get hurt or something like that. But like nobody was paying attention to this form either. Like you could just walk in. So anyway, that was the only thing we agreed to this entire time. There was nothing at all for like, we agreed to like be responsible if we hurt ourselves or the animals. Like so much of it was just touch anything. Yeah, Homeward Bound, I remember that. Yeah, they get stuck in there. They get poked. All right. Oops, I'm going backwards. That's why. Okay. All right. You could pay extra for some things besides just food. You could pay extra for certain photo opportunities. And so the very first thing we did was some things were scheduled. And so the holding a fox was one of them. And I was like, dude, I would like to hold a fox. Some of the other photo opportunities were literally feeding a tiger and feeding a lion. They would get a picture of you literally face to face with the tiger or the lion, and it's getting food. Like, how does this exist? We saw this whenever Daisuke was first telling us about this place. He's like, look, I got a video. Here's me with a tiger. And it's like a video of him with the tiger. I was like, I can't believe. It is. Absolutely. I can't believe this place exists. It is going to get shut down. There's going to be an incident. I was like, you know what? We could pay extra to get a picture feeding a tiger, but you know what? I'm not going to be the one that has the incident. So I'm not going to do that because I'm not an idiot. It sounds really cool, but I'm not going to do that. So anyway, fox. We held the fox. It was very soft, very chill. My friend said, yeah, they're probably all drugged up is the thing. That's probably how they do this, is they probably are super sedated. But yeah, the first place we went had the foxes and these owls, and that's why we felt the most bad at the beginning, because the foxes were like chained up in these like small little areas. They could like run around a very small area, like not even run. They could just, it was a small area, like a couple yard radius probably, and like not a full circle. And then these owls were just like on stumps. There were just like a couple dozen owls that are just like perched on these stumps, and I'm just like, sort of feel bad for these foxes and owls, those especially. The rest of the animals, it wasn't so bad, except for like the fact that anybody could walk in with most of the things. But But yeah, here it was like, ooh, this. I feel a little bit icky about that. Anyway, but here's Kotaro again. Probably switching cameras or something. Here's a breakfast. This is not necessarily a traditional Japanese breakfast, but it is a traditional what my host family served as breakfast. We got some cheese and some lettuce and some like meat. This is egg, or wait, maybe this is egg. This might have been like a fish, a block of processed fish. This is like a yogurt and some of the jelly we gave them as a gift, and I think bananas or something, and bread. So that was something, and they gave us coffee also. And there's Jackie holding her fox, and there's me holding a fox. I'm holding the fox. Here's the conveyor belt sushi very briefly. Here is a hedgehog. These are with my good camera now. This is a sand cat. Very cute. All right. Make yourself a processed fish. Yeah, maybe we should take a break. I'm actually expecting someone from Facebook very soon. Jackie can get them. Give them there's a Nintendo bag, plastic bag, and the flat Paper Mario thing on the table. Mm-hmm. Yes, it's free. Hopefully. Yes, okay. I'm just making sure I haven't missed a message from them. I have some weird other messages. Oh, it's because they're to my work. They're not to me. Okay. All right. I mean, this would be a good time for a break, but we'll just keep going, even though people may or may not be here. We'll have this saved as a VOD. We got some more stuff. This is stuff you've already seen anyway, but this is just with a good camera. Capybara and the monkey sleeping against it was super cute. Snuggling up against it like that. Oh my goodness. That is so cute. So cute. The sloth. It's slothing. Look at it slothing. It had a little something on its nose. I kind of want to take it off, but look at the tapir going roar. Blah. Beep. It's kind of silly. Weird. Sloth scratching himself. Monkey being monkey. Oh, I love that monkey. Oh my goodness. Sloth and a sloth ball. That's how it was when we first got there. It was just sleeping in a sloth ball. This is a pile of lemurs in the one room. The room with the tortoises had a pile of lemurs up in the corner. Out of reach, but they could have come down into reach if they wanted to. They were all just sleeping in a pile. Except for him. Suddenly awake. He's leaming. And then this one licked the other guy's nose. And then he leamed a little bit. And then there's the tortoise. And there's Host Mom with the tortoise. And Host Mom with the tortoise. And that was the binturong, right? A binturong. I don't know what I've never heard of a binturong, but there it is. That is a binturong. How about it? There were cute, adorable otters that reached their hands out that if this was unsupervised and you had a little kid, they could just break their hands. But we didn't do that. We fed them, and it was cute. They all look at you like, food, 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 please, food. Yes, food. Yes, food. So happy, give food. Binturong. Sloth. This is a sloth scratching its butt in slow motion. Or maybe it's not slow motion yet. Nah, I can't tell if it's slow motion or not because it's a sloth. Maybe where's the meter? I don't know if it's slow motion or not in this video. Anyway, sloth. Look at this cute little guy. Look at that guy. Like, he looks kind of stern and angry. He's like, you gonna give me food or what? I'm not coming over there unless you got food. Sloth. He seems very itchy. He's always scratching. He's slothing. That's a bird. That's a bird. Jackie's feeding the birds. 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 Bird. Bird. This bird is really birdy. Really bully of a bird. Bullying all the other birds. and squawked a whole bunch too. Feeding seals. Look at them. Seals swimming around. Seals. That's one. That's a seal. Getting ready to try to catch something probably. As a seal. He's upside down. That's a emu with weird head, but it was pecking at ants on the floor. Yum. Look at him go. Now, armadillo was surprisingly fast and hard to get a picture of. Host mom touching a meerkat. That's crazy. Meerkats were cute. Birds. We first came in here, it was fine, and this one started throwing a fit.
Hey, oi, oi. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. Kawaii.
He jumped on my back at one point. Yep. Screech! There's a snake. There's a snake. There's a snake. There's a snake. There's this screeching bird again. I think this is where the face came from.
I'm a little scared.
Oh, I had food on my... I had seeds on my shoulder. I was trying to get it to come on my shoulder. But it just enraged it.
Come get it. Eo. Koi. Oi de. Come and get it. Oh my gosh. Okay, hi. Okay, just give it to him. Hi.
Oh, there's the face. That thing. That thing. Other monkey. Other monkey. I like monkeys. Monkey. Pay to get a feeding a tiger experience. I can't believe it. It's only 1,000 yen. Ridiculous. Other experiences. Wolf feeding experience. Oh. You don't mind? Thank you. We got, what is this? A tapir eats your nightmare. I'm not sure exactly what that has to do. Feeding the pelican. Thank you. Feed the sloth. Penguin feeding. Marmoset commemorative photo. Hyena feeding. Like, this is nuts. Some of these aren't as crazy as others. But, like, the lion one and the other one. Look at this guy, though. It's cute. It's cute. What are these, prairie dogs? Prairie dogs. Cute. Beaver. It's a beaver. You couldn't touch the beaver. You couldn't touch these guys either, but they were close. And they barked. No, meerkats barked. The meerkats were the ones that were barky. Yes. Yeah. Are these meerkats, though? These are the meerkats. I took a video at some point. I think Jackie did, too. Yeah. But they make little barks. Hyena. That thing. Ostrich. Ah! Ah! And the kangaroos finally got tired and chilled on this guy. And he's like, bro, I'll just give you a back rub, bro. And these guys, they're laying there. Laying. Penguin. There's a penguin. That's a penguin. Penguin. Penguins. Pelican. Pelican. Pelican's going crazy because this guy had food. Food! Food! Warning, bite! That's the penguins, though. The penguins are warning bite. This guy was all wanting food. They all want the food. Pelicans. Albino wallaby, I guess. Aw. Yeah. Lions. We could not go into the lions, but we did have a good view with the telephoto lens.
Vines. Wolves. Arctic wolves. They're cute. Alligator. This is another one in the dangerous section where you could walk over top of the alligator pit and nothing's really stopping you from jumping in. Porcupines. Piranhas. Owls chained to their stumps. But they are cute, though. Look at that owl. Host mama and an owl. Owl. I forgot to turn the music back on. Oops. Owls. Owls. Owl. 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 That's a good one. Vulture. Like you could see through his nose. Look at that. That's so weird, isn't it? So weird. Fox. Fox. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Owls. Vulture. No, vulture, not vulture. It's a eagle. That's a falcon. That's a bird. That's definitely a sparrow right there. Yep. Mm-hmm. Back cool birds. Yeah, you haven't missed too much. It's it's good pictures of zoo animals. This is a tanuki. I didn't even realize the tanuki were real animals. But there's one in there. I don't know if... Is this one? No. No, it's not. Is this it? This might be the tanuki. Maybe. There's the tanuki. This is the tanuki. Yeah, I didn't know that tanuki were real. But there it is. Wow. Oh, it's the bird. Again. This is the bully bird. Chasing off all the other birds. Got good theme music in the background right now.
Just pick some up off the floor. Oh my. Yep. This was a really chaotic and scary room.
I'm taking a video.
At first it was fine, and then the other one just,
Yes.
lost it. Just lost its mind. Oh, here, this is cool though. They bark. Prairie dogs bark. Meerkats. They're meerkats. Those are meerkats. Just kidding. They're meerkats. They bark. Yeah, meerkats. And these guys, speaking of chill out, the pelicans go nuts when you have food. I was just laughing my head off with these guys, like, because before I started filming, it was even more ridiculous. Or it was very similar, like this, basically. His hand's in there. Yep. And we got more of the snuggly cat. That is nice. This is a nice snuggly cat, yes. Blep. Alright. That's the end of that folder. Oh man, we're getting there. Oh my gosh, that was Wednesday. Well, we had a lot of zoo pictures. Oh my gosh, we got a lot of pictures of this too. Oh, this is never gonna end. Holy crap, what a long stream. Alright, well, starting at the end of the day, apparently. This is the day that we went by ourselves into the more of Sapporo City and did stuff. We'll just go in random order, whatever happens to happen here. At the end of the day, there was a concert. One of the things I wanted to do in Japan was go to a concert, but like all the popular concerts are impossible to get tickets to. Like they actually have like raffles to get a ticket, Or like they have a raffle to get the pre-purchase of a ticket, and you have to pay for the raffle to maybe get a ticket. Or you could like subscribe to the fan club, and then that maybe will help you get a ticket. It's ridiculous. And you also need like a special app and other things, and it's just like there's no way. So I settled for like some random live music bar. It was like had whatever, and I'm like, all right, we'll go to this. And it was once again a pretty poppy girl band. It was not quite as girly as that other one that I saw at Tower Records, but it was still pretty up there. Still one of those girl idol bands. This is actually after the concert. They had some like challenge of like hit a ping pong ball in sequence and get it in the box. Here's the ping pong ball in the top. And then if they got it, then I don't actually know what happened. Everybody cheered. They win. We all win together. Yep. So that was that. We went to that concert in the evening. And we had drinks. Yes, Jackie was practicing reading katakana very, very slowly on the drink menu, which, you know, I can't blame her. It's tricky. This person, you know, it's a legit concert because there's somebody sitting there with the screen. Right. We were there. Yep. Then, before that, back in time, we went to an aquarium, which was very neat, actually. The things that it had were pretty standard, but the layout of the aquarium itself was very nice, like very aesthetically pleasing, nicely laid out. Hard to explain that, but it's very cool. It had very chill music the whole time. The lighting was great. Like, I don't know, everything about it was just like, it's just nice looking. Very modern. Yeah. I like jellyfish, so there's some jellyfish pictures. Yep, lots of the jellyfish. Jellyfish. I also like taking pictures in general, so that was one of the highlights for me, was just taking pictures of things. Arms and legs, this one? Jank brain. Cool. They have a penguin area with these, like, Catan tiles. And also they did feeding when we were there. And they, like, counted how many each one ate, and he shouted it to his partner who made note of it, I think. Seemed to be what was happening anyway. Yep. Nom 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 nom. Yep. They basically, oh, there's one. This is through a glass window, but yep. They basically swam around and climbed up here and swam around and climbed up here and swam around and climbed up here. But there was a lot more space over on the other side, too, that they could have been swimming in. And this part actually got pretty deep, so they could swim deep, too. Jackie actually has a pretty good video of that. She got it one where they had just, like, thrown a whole bunch of extra food in. They were swarming. It was a feeding frenzy. Where is that one? Let's see. That would be with the Jackie post, probably. Or is it separate? Oh, yeah. I was going to do a video montage, but then I didn't feel like it. Yeah, it's got to be close to the end. Oh, yeah. Look at this feeding frenzy. There's so many all at once. I don't know what else you got in here. Your other picture videos. Yum 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 yum. It's a penguin. Look at him go. Oh, the straw creatures. Oh yeah, the straw creatures. Yep. Straw creatures. There they are. Turtles. This guy. Jackie had a better picture of these, actually, but, yeah. This guy. That guy. There's some guys. That's a little guy. That's a good one. There's a weird flat frog thing. There's a weird coral-shaped thing. Tentacles. Crabby thing. Anemones thing. Upside down jellyfish thing. It's pretty weird. This is like Cthulhu evil creeping out into the world thing from the depths. Kind of makes me uneasy. Long thing. But look when he's here. He's kind of cute there. He's smiling. He's smiling. Oh yes, brittle stars. Yeah, these strong eyes again. This weird thing. These things. This is what I'm talking about aesthetics here. This room was like really dimly lit, but then like really dim and really wide open with like nice wooden benches around the middle, around like pillars, and like calm music playing. And then off to the sides, there's these really long aquariums that are nicely brightly lit and like super saturated colors. And you're just like, whoa, there it is. Yep. Like this. This is lit up though because of my camera trying to adjust. There's a lot dimmer than that. This is growing seaweed. This is a hermit crab. Or not a hermit crab, a horseshoe crab. Eels. Eels. At the very beginning, they actually, before any of the fish, they had a little presentation that you could watch that basically showed the engineering of how they get like the different kinds of salt water and like pump it up to the roof for filtering or whatever, and pump it down into the individual tanks and then like recycle it into the individual tanks. And I was like, wow, that's actually pretty interesting. And like, I don't think I've seen an aquarium before that like has a presentation on how the aquarium works, and it was quite interesting. So I thought that was neat. Also, there was a ball of flowers that I think changes depending on the season. They redecorate this. This is just like outside the aquarium building. This is a meal we had at a ramen place, and look at all this food. Yeah, you got a new enemy idea? What, ball of flowers that changes on the season? Enemy idea. This food, look at, okay, there's so much food in general in Japan. Like the meals, we were like never wanting to snack on anything because we were so full from the previous meal. Yeah, and look, this is so good. This is down like some really narrow alley, I think. Like, I think we're trying to find some other place, and it was closed or something. So we just went and found this other place, and this one was open, and it was delicious. Huge amount of ramen, and they're like, what do you want in your ramen? I'm like, I'm cheap. I'll just get the eggs, I think. But then it already came with all this, and I got eggs besides. I didn't know I was getting extra eggs. Wow. Okay, and this is making the stuff. Look at this big bowls. This is the whole restaurant. It was just like, just around here. There's some flowers. So at the beginning of the day, we went to this main park in the center of Sapporo City that was having a lilac and ramen festival. Lilac festival and a ramen festival separately, perhaps. Which, they had some flowers, and they had some ramen, and they had a lot of stands, and everything was very overpriced. So we walked through it, and we're like, there it is. And then we went a couple blocks north and found that there was a botanical garden from Hokkaido University, I think. And that was quite nice. And Jackie was like, oh, let's go in there. And I'm thinking, like, we've been in so many gardens. And we did, but it was pretty nice. This is outside of that. There's some nice blue flowers. I like the color blue. It's nice. I didn't have my nice camera with me that day, but still, look at this. It's pretty cool. Jackie took some pictures too, which I don't have on my computer here, but they're on Facebook somewhere. They're similar. Yep. There's some woods places, just some water places. It was nice. Nice place to walk around. Oh, this was for potential something else. Yeah. Stuff. You know, stuff. There's some water trickling down. There's some wife There's a bridge. There's a bridge. Wetlands, plants, or something. Yeah, this is a nice little walkway through the wetlands. Beware of crows, threatening behavior, and mischief. Ah, mischief. Oh, no. Yep. So that's what we're saying about that. This is something that was in the main park that I did a picture similar to this when I studied abroad, so we were sort of recreating that picture. And it did have an age limit, but we just ignored that. Also, they got a grocery cart full of children. That was kind of silly. They have a sculpture that's also a slide, and Jackie looks silly. Yeah, she's up there. It's kind of neat, though. You climb up in there, and you go up, and it's a slide. Like, it's a pretty neat structure, actually. This is the lines they had prepared for the ramen festival, which were not yet full, but it looks like this looks like some like Team Rocket headquarters maze or something. But I'm sure it's actually just zigzag, but it looks like a maze. They did have some smoking areas. Mostly you don't walk and smoke in Japan at all. You don't really smoke much. Most public places don't have smoking, but they do have some designated smoking areas that are sort of off to the side or contained somewhat. That's one of them. Here's some of the examples of foods that they had at the Lilac Festival, and once again, it was just, you know, I don't know, foods. They're quite overpriced, so we didn't get anything here. But it did exist. Yep. There's some flowers. Are they lilacs? I don't know. Are they lilacs? I don't think so. I don't know. They're flowers, though. That's Jackie. Flowers. Flowers. It says Sapporo, because that's, well, sort of does. Sapporo. This is the example of they had stuff, the store wasn't even open yet. They had stuff out on the street, clothes and purses and whatever, and people didn't steal it. Pretty neat. This is Baltimore, it would be taken. Jellyfish floating around. You know what they look like. This is great background music for this. Jellyfish. I didn't know that this is the music that should be in the montage. Gotta just speed it. We gotta get the BPM lined up. I don't know. This might be slow-mo, yeah. That is pretty cool. Mesmerizing. What is this music? Oh, that is from Mario RPG. I thought so. Slow-mo. Flop. 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 Whoop. Flop. They don't have very high jumps. If it was a video game, it wouldn't be a very high jump. These are the guys upside down jellyfish. Wasn't that weird? How is that possible? Is that really what it is? I don't understand. These guys just noodling around. What are they doing? Well, I don't know. They're just blooping. Everything's. What are any of these things doing? This is the seaweed growing. Different stages of seaweed growth. There's your horseshoe crab wiggling its legs around menacingly. Oh, this is good. Hold on. Yep. That. All right. All right, that's the end. That's the end of the day. We went to the aquarium, we went to the concert, we walked around to the park, the garden, we did some shopping. Yeah, we caught up on getting souvenirs for people. Boom. Thursday. Friday was pretty low-key. It was cold and wet outside. We were going to go somewhere else, but it was cold and wet outside, so we canceled that. and we just sort of walked to a local mall, and we walked into karaoke after that. Here is people again. Here's the figurines that I was talking about earlier because I didn't get a picture in Akihabara, but this is like Akihabara had stores that were just like rows and rows and rows of this sort of thing. That's like where are they putting these? Who is they buying these? I don't understand. I mean, some of them are kind of cool. Like they're kind of cool, I guess, but like it's not like great. You don't play with them. You just set them there, and it's not like really great like home decorating style. I would say if you like have your own home. If you're like in your teens, maybe I don't know. That's weird. I don't know what you do. And we went to the karaoke by ourselves. Got very into it. Yeah, I put them with exactly. Yeah, what do you do with Amiibo either? You just have them. It's the same thing. I don't know. You just see it and you're like, oh, I kind of want that, but I don't know why. And you get it and you're like, huh, where do I put all these? Can you feel time slipping down your spine? It's the Sonic Adventure Live and Learn song. They had it on here. Yes, this is the best picture of me doing karaoke right here. This is it. That's the one right there. Yeah, so they had a thing. You could browse. They had an English version too for easily browsing English songs with English subtitles. You could do it by ranking. This website actually, there's a website that goes along with this, with Joy Sound, and you can keep track of all the stuff, like keep an account and keep track of all the songs you've sung. You can get rankings and see like how do you rank, what's your scores, like what are the most popular songs in each genre, like what's the like gender breakout between who likes which songs, and like yeah, there's like all kinds of stats. It's really interesting actually. We did not do a maid cafe. I considered for the experience, but then I thought, no, we did not. This is just a picture because Jackie really liked this sauce. Melons are super expensive. Here's some other stuff. I don't know. There's skinny mushrooms. Skinny mushrooms, weird other mushrooms. Alright, not much to say about Friday. We took it easy pretty much. That comes to the last day of our eventful days. Finally, wow, this is quite a stream. This is a long stream, my goodness. Here's some food. I read an article about how common it is to hire an emotional support maid in Japan. How common is it? Not uncommon. It does seem like there's a lot of those sorts of services and locations of just like, yeah, pay to have somebody like pretend to be nice to you and stuff. Yeah, this was good. Oh yeah, this was at the place that we had. Oh, is this the what? This is the bibimbap. What is this? This is a Korean thing, isn't it? Well, okay, so our last day we all went out to eat at a restaurant. Here's us all. Otters, yeah, you gotta go to the otter rooms. They're really nice. I don't know, I think the people that we interacted with at like the Mimikaki thing, they seemed nice and whatever. That wasn't really going for nice, that was going for your attention, I guess. I don't know. So this was this kind of restaurant where you order like the meats and vegetables you want and you grow them on your table. And they had all kinds of things, like I'm pretty sure this is beef tongue. This is the beef tongue. There's some pork stuff. Pork, it might just be normal pork. Did they have a weird pork? I don't remember. What was the stomach from? Well, pork was just pork. There was definitely, was it cow stomach though? There was some sort of stomach. I think it was cow stomach. Oh yeah. Oh really? Whatever, diaphragm. It came up as diaphragm in the translator. That was good. Tasted like steak. I thought the beef tongue was good myself. The stomach I thought was not my favorite. It tasted kind of weird. It was kind of chewy. A little bit. So this is the host. Well, this is the son of the host family I stayed with. What drinks are these? I don't even remember. I think I did get an alcohol here though. This is some alcoholic thing, but I don't remember. Do you remember what I got, Jackie? No, I don't know. This is probably not an alcohol. That's probably her something, like melon soda or something. I don't know. Jackie probably got Coke. Cola. So anyway, lots of different meats. They were yummy, except for the stomach, which is not a disaster, but not very good either. Yes, and then this is the bibimbap or whatever. I think the Korean thing. This robot thing came around and delivered things, and sometimes it had a cat face on the screen. But it didn't there. So anyway, this is host mom, yeah. Host family. Host family I stayed with when I studied abroad in 2011. Fall of 2011, I stayed with the host family. So host mom and host dad are the ones I stayed with. Her sons, she has 3 sons who all moved out. They were moved out by the time I was studying abroad. And this is the one son that I met the most, and also he joined us for a couple things over the week that we were in Sapporo. So this is Daisuke, and he is now married, and they have a daughter. So that's them. He's pretty cool. They're all pretty cool. So that's everybody. This is host dad, host mom, their son Daisuke, his wife, and their daughter. And cats. And also, before that happened, rewind, on Saturday also we went to something called Forest Adventure, where you attach you have like a zip line thing, or not a zip, well yeah, sort of a zip line thing that you attach to this cord, this cable, and the cable goes through all the way from the start to finish of each of 10 courses. You like detach it in between each course basically. And there's certain like routes that are recommended since you might not have time to do all the courses, but anyway, you attach your thing to this, and there's lots of like balance challenges. This one isn't really a challenge. This is just go up through the thing. She was being a goof. I know, this way. Doot, 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 doot. Ah, yeah, there it was. Yeah, zip line. Zip lines. They had more longer zip lines also, but we didn't get pictures of everything. But yeah, sort of bouncy challenges like this, which we sort of felt like we were cheating. I felt like I was cheating by putting a lot of weight on the pulley, but like it would have been impossible otherwise. A lot of these things are like really super hard otherwise. But yeah, if you fall, you just sort of dangle there. But yeah, this was pretty neat too, and they had a nice video of like how not to injure yourself and how to do things properly, and it was pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Not too hard when you, I mean, there's some things that were like, you're pretty much bound to fall, but yeah. We also helped host mom with her English club at a community center and like talked in English to some like elementary school age kids, and it was like, that was a thing. We did that. Schools around this time were doing their track and field days on Saturdays. So this is one of them that we stopped by just to see. So elementary school was having their track and field day on Saturday. Running around each grade, basically having races around. They had like relay races, jogathon, exactly what I was thinking, Pressure Pants. They'd have races. It was actually pretty well organized. I don't know what they were doing. They just do it to be exercised, and so the parents can be proud, and so they can wear their hats. They can feel better than each other, or worse. And then Jackie and I raced because we're like inspired, and then Jackie won, and I also just like fell the first time. Yeah, this is a panorama here. I tried to be. We got kids with hats, and this guy morphing, and over here is this lady who's like, "Please stop filming," and this is Jackie like, and this old person, and there you go. There's the cat deliverer. the robot waiter. Yep. We're almost done, guys. We're almost to the end of the vacation. Here we go. This is a medium-ish zip line, but there were other ones where like you couldn't see the end of it. Stop. And yeah, you could sort of see, so you like can put that, yeah, it all slides through these things. And you get to the end, and it slides off. And similar at the beginning, you slide it on, and then through the whole route, it stays attached. Yep. Pretty chill zip line on that one, because we didn't get videos earlier. There it is. There it was. That's basically the stuff. I got random videos. Oh, there's one more good video. There's a cat watching TV. This is on the way home. The flight home was terrible. The person was coming around with food, and I was like going to wake up Jackie. I'm like, oh, Jackie, and I turned, and she's over here like in a hostage situation. She said her head was cold, and also this made it darker. Yep. Oh man, the flight is so long and terrible. And then our last flight, which was supposed to be shorter, it was supposed to be like a 2-hour flight, got this super delay, like weather delay, and we were stuck on the runway for probably an additional like 3 hours or something, just sitting doing nothing, waiting for our 2-hour flight. And the 2-hour flight, I didn't time it because I was too tired to figure out time, but like it was also long. It probably went longer too because they had to go around weather. It was terrible. It was so bad, and I was constipated again, so my bowels hurt. Ugh, but at least I wasn't going on the plane, because that would have been bad too, because there was turbulence. Imagine the going on the plane with turbulence. Oh no, I just stayed. Oh. Everybody's coughing, and little kids saying things. Those kids and their brains. All right, so that's it. Except we have one more video. This is a tour of host family's house. 7, almost 8 minutes, and then we're finally done. All right, we're finally done. Here we go. We give a tour here. Okay, finally done. Tour of host family's house.
Hello, good morning. We are at the host family's house, the Ishibe family house. And I wanted to give a little video tour to show what this normal for this particular area house is like. So, they got a little garage, they got their parking spot, and they got their nameplate, which sometimes is written in kanji, but in this case is not. They, I believe, have a heated driveway, and I'm not sure what all for melting snow, but they don't really use it because it's expensive to,
well, I'm not sure what constitutes a smart car. I would say that like basically almost everybody in Japan has small, like fuel efficient cars. The little one, yeah, like everybody has small cars in Japan because gas prices are insane and the roads are narrow often, and yeah,
they have a back path that goes to a back
small cars. I don't know
other entrance because host mom taught like tutoring sort of things. But anyway, we're gonna enter in. Looks like I've got a video doorbell, you know, not too strange. First thing we see here is Jackie. And our entry area, this is quite standard. This is where you're gonna take off your shoes and switch into your indoor slippers. You don't want to get inside dirty. We'll switch into our slippers here. Flip our shoes around for convenience. You don't gotta do that, but you can. And, you know, here, this is where the room we are. We've been staying in this room. You know, it's nice. This is also where I stayed when I studied abroad. It's a little bit rearranged. And they have even pictures of previous students up on the wall. About half of them are mine, even though I wasn't half of their students. But, some of us, there's me. And, host mom even came to visit us in Pennsylvania previously. We had her hold a gun for a funny picture in our backyard. I don't think that was loaded or anything, but it's kind of funny. Things, you know, just America things. So anyway, This is the last morning here. Next thing we see is the bathroom, actually, and that is specifically different from the room with the bath in it. This is the toilet, actually, which we keep the door closed to keep the dirtiness of the toilet in there. You'd also want to take off your sandals before going in there. We got a light switch for the bathroom, which, if it's on, you can see through the top circle here, somebody's in there with the light on. Get up and in there. See, they got the nice toilet with the bidet, the heated seat. It's got the faucet that runs after you flush. It's got flushes of different sizes, you know, angling the bidet, all these things. Like here, it's got the ejector bidet. It launches you off the seat. You know, all those buttons. It's pretty nice. All right, we're gonna move in now past the entryway into the living area. Oh, hello, Ishibe-san.
Oh, Jackie's mama. Hi.
Thank you.
Hey.
All right, that is especially for you, Jackie's mom. I hope you're watching. And this is Kotaro. This is the friendliest cat we've ever met. Oh my goodness, so cute. You gotta have a cat in your house, or else it's not a house. It's not a home, it's only a house. So we have our living area, you know, protected from the cats with cat protection. We got, you know, a lint roller. You gotta have this when you have cats. You know, TV, regular TV. We have this area that's tatami floor, right? Along with the, what do you call this? Nihongo de nan to iimasu ka? Butsudan. So this is a like Buddhist thing here for like honoring ancestors and, you know, people who have passed on, you know, grandparents and such. That's pretty normal to have. We've got dining room. Yep. Kitchen over here. Nice kitchen. Different trash cans, you know, for recycling all the different things, cans, bottles, burnable waste, non-burnable waste, you know, food stuffs. You know, phone is pretty standard. People have phones. There is a, not that we've used it necessarily, but you can set the bathtub on a timer to let you know when it's full or whatever temperature.
This is the video doorbell, though.
Stuff like that. Actually, I might have been pointing at the other thing. One of these is probably the doorbell. One of them is the bath. I wasn't paying attention to what I was aiming at. In here, whenever we, there's the laundry, which actually they said that the dryer stuff is not super happening at the moment. So we ended up going to a coin laundry, which was pretty much like the coin laundry of the future. I should have taken pictures there. Anyway, cat things, you know. But then when we take a shower, we close these doors here. And, you know, change and stuff, bring clothes in, set it wherever. Now the bathroom is definitely unique. We got this watertight door here that you can slide open and shut. And the separate shower and bath area. So traditionally, what you're gonna do is shower off yourself clean outside here in the shower part. With it has a drain there, whatever. We got this stool that you can use. In the old days, you would sit down on the stool, shower yourself off. You can fill that bucket to dump water on yourself. This is the sort of shower they have at the onsen too, sort of, you know. So yeah, no, clean yourself off, and then if you're gonna take a bath, you're gonna already be clean when you enter the bath. And once again, traditionally, they would reuse the same bath water for everybody in the family. You take turns. And ideally, you know, you're already clean from the shower, so then you can reuse the bath water and just soak for the joy of having a bath. So that's pretty much how that works, and that's the main difference, I would say, is the bathroom being separate from the bathroom. Was this open or closed when I got here? I think it was, I don't remember. No, we probably want to close, because otherwise cats will get in there.
You should show the sink area.
What's special about the sink area?
That it's separate from the toilet area.
The sink area is also separate from the toilet area. Although the toilet does have the running faucet, but it's cold water, and this has actual like soap here probably.
Yes.
So this is where you brush your teeth and try to shave. I say try because, well, never mind.
You peeled yourself.
I peeled myself like a tater. Over there is host mom's private like tutoring room and stuff like that. She does lessons and things. So anyway, that's basically the gist. They do have a second floor, but that's kids' rooms who have moved out and parents' rooms, and we have no business up there. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. Hope you learned something today. And next time you can come to Japan and take your own darn video. Bye.
Bye.
Yay. Hello.
Yay.
Good morning.
You did it. Wow. It's like you got there. You did 2 weeks. You did 2 weeks in 3 hours ish. More 3 hours. No, I don't want to go to bed.
I want to go to bed. I'm so sleepy.
Jackie wants to go to sleep? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wow. Wow. She's so sleepy, she says.
Wow.
Wow. You learned all of Japan. That was just 2 cities. But I think the other ones are similar, right? I don't know. I asked Pressure Pants. He went to other cities. He went to Kyoto. Kyoto was the besto. Oh no, I was just doing this, and next I was gonna play. Just kidding. No, I was once, but then now it's 9:44, so probably not. If I play something, I might play it just chill off stream, perhaps. So yeah, hey, thanks for hanging out, guys. I appreciate it. Hopefully you were entertained, and I can perhaps highlight that and send it to somebody else, or maybe I won't. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know. It's a long video to watch. Cool. Good. It was a fun trip. It was very fun. We did lots of things. It was very good. Well, next time, I don't know what. I have no other plans. I don't think I'm that interested in traveling overall, except for Japan. Like, that was pretty much, like, Japan is the cool place for me, and everything else is like, whatever. I guess, let's see. I was pretty pleased with as much Japanese as I remembered. Like, I didn't think I would remember that much, but it worked out. It worked out about, yeah. Certain things I didn't remember or know in the first place, but it's fine. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. That's all. The end. End of the highlight.